Yes. Yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. 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 Okay. As usual, test us 1, 2, 3, go. What is that? Oh. Hello. What is that? Oh. Hello. What is that? Oh. Okay, Rico is here. So, welcome back to the channel, guys. And tonight we have the Master League Season 12. Okay. Hi, everybody. Hey, hi Butak Salah, hi Shalom, hi Dwi Kazam, hi Akari, lu di call for everybody. Hello there, FAITO, yes, ready for Master League. Ayo, banner baru kapan bang? Hari ini kan? Kan ada banner tuh buat Master League. Tapi saran bang, mending koin Master League buat beli bahan upgrade kapal induk atau upgrade Gundam kapal induk. Jangan pernah beli yang lain. Kecuali lu pengen, ya terserah lu. Yeah. In terms of value, the Master League coin has the best value when you use it to buy the supportership limit break material. For the rare coin material, the rare coin currency, the one you get from dismantling gacha units, that one, the best value to buy the item for is the unit limit break material. Okay, the UR units limit break material. So that's it. But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't buy other things. It's just like when you go to a supermarket. Like here in this supermarket, the drinks are the cheapest. Like, it's the best value. You can buy like a golden sparkling water with just $1. Okay, and then you go to another supermarket. Over there, the steak, you can buy a Wagyu A5 with only $1. Okay. So those are the Master League medallion for the supporter limit break material, and then the rare currency medal for the unit limit break material. Okay, but it doesn't mean that you go to the first supermarket, they have a $1 golden sparkling water there, but no one stops you from buying a $1,000 steak over there. Okay, it's up to you. So let's just click this. We're gonna go inside. And the app needs to be updated. The fuck. Yeah, let's update this. Okay. So yeah, I haven't touched my Gundam yet for a whole day today. So let's just wait until this downloading. Okay. Even the gecko is laughing at me, if you can hear it. And I'm gonna put on my shield. Let's go. Ching ching. Yeah. Gonna go to the Gundam FAITO. Okay. Start Master League. Let's go, meow. Yeah, Mika Meong, let's go. Yeah, play this. Close that. There we're gonna go. Okay, and let's play the music. Should I or shouldn't I? I think there should be a banner at the beginning or something else. Like let's just watch it first. And I'm gonna play a background music after that. Okay, nothing is here, so let's just play the music. Ooh, Zeong and Full Armor Double Z Gundam. Wow, they really went all out for the Psychomu tag for the current Master League. Oh my god, this is a really good unit. The Zeong. The Full Armor Double Z Gundam is really, really strong. The problem is that it's an AUK unit, so only Judah Wasta is the only durability pilot you can use on the Double Z Gundam, unless you want to lose that affinity tag. But Judah has only a single support defense, so it's not gonna be that useful when protecting your allies. Like he's gonna be really strong, but he's only strong for himself. Okay. So that means that he's gonna be the last man standing, but you don't want the tank to be the last man standing. Like, the purpose of tank is to protect your attacker. So it's no use if he is the one surviving. Okay. So So and tell me if the background music is too loud, okay? Because I cannot hear what you guys are hearing. Okay, so yeah, and that's the full armored Gundam. But Judawasta, the pilot, can be used to pilot the Red Zeta. That's the advantage of Judawasta. Okay. What if the tank has a preemptive? Yeah, so far we don't have an AU tank that has a preemptive strike, okay? So that's why Judawasta's value is still not there yet, okay? So we are still rely on EFSF tank pilot, okay? They have the best, units to choose from, like 80% of the units in the game are EFSF, and they can just swap with each other, and most of them has double support defense. I think reduce it like 15%. Okay, the music, let me reduce it. Okay. Jeng jong jong jeng jong jong jeng jong jeng jong jeng jong 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 jong. Yeah, I don't know why, but the MVP for me this Master League is the high new SSR and penalty UR. This is my strategy for this Master League is get my Zazabi and SSR penalty and put support pilots in them. Yeah, I mean like they are the Psychomu. Obviously they're gonna be boosted by the Master League, so they are stronger. It's no surprise. It's more surprising if you tell me that VV, my Zaku apparently is the MVP in here. Then that will be surprising, okay? If you tell me why is my Psychomu unit is the MVP in a Psychomu Master League, why? You tell me. It's freaking obvious. You see? So yeah, you gotta get the biggest advantage when you're following the Master League tech. But it doesn't mean that you cannot use the units that are outside of that tag, okay? So if you do have, like for example, a Strike Freedom MLB, then you can still use it, okay? It will be comparable to a zero limit break Psychomu UR unit, okay? In the Master League. So that's how they kind of perform. Not really a zero limit break, probably a 1-star, Psychomu unit, okay? So that's how you can still use your MLB units, okay, outside of the Master League tag. And their advantage is also because they don't get boosted, they are slow. So they can be used to be a sweeper. So, in every single Master League, you still have a lot of different strategy that you can try. Just be creative, okay? Like everything can work. Like there's that saying, right? Like, if it works, it's not stupid, okay? It works. No matter how stupid it looks, it works. Okay. So the one who gets the kill are my defender. Yes, it's okay. It works. So because they are a defender, maybe you have a higher limit break, and then they have the damage to finish off the enemy, so it's okay, it still works. Okay. So about adjustments to certain weapons, what is this? And this light OST, yes, Meteo. This is this light OST, so OST. We can there's a Raider Gundam, Weapon Hammer, Mjolnir. Power increase, but range also increase. Energy increase. Oh, they reduce that weapon, increase that weapon, increase that weapon. SSP weapon, Hammer Mjolnir. Wow. Okay. All values are. Let me see the Raider Gundam. What is the Raider Gundam? It's in the seat, right? Raider Gundam. Where is the Raider Gundam? Please tell whether or not to display this level max. Okay. Wow, I can see their max stats. Okay, so Raider Gundam is this one. Yep. Hey, there's this one. Hey, no. This one. Okay. Okay. I thought he said that I can check the maximum level of the unit. Wait, what? How do I change it? Oh, only if I have the unit then. Then I can do that. I don't have a raider, that's why. Let me just develop one raider, let's see. My problem was my MVP were the defenders, not the attackers. Yeah, it's okay then. Just need a Beltorchica support. Oh, then go crazy with the cannon man. 4 more days until the Hathaway movie. Oh, yeah. So let's see. What is the option? Oh, there it is. There's an upgrade. Okay. Can I just upgrade this? Let's see. Wait, what? What did I click? It's upgrade, right? Oh, it brings me to the upgrade page. What the fuck? Not really what I want, you know, it doesn't really help me. For my case, okay? Well, let's just see its weapon. Hammer Mjolnir. It's getting stronger, but I don't know if it kind of justify using him now. Like, it doesn't even go 6,000 weapon power. But this is an SR unit, so it's understandable that it's not gonna be that good. Why? Why Bandai decided to buff this guy? I mean, like, even after the buff, it's nothing that special. There's nothing special about this guy. Maybe for those of you who love Raider Gundam, then yeah, this can be a good news if you do want to use him. But I think there are better units out there. Omni. We don't really have an attacker Omni, right? A good attacker Omni. Yeah. Why? I don't know why. Okay then. So let's just do my dailies then. Let's see. Let me just do my dailies first. Oh, I've already finished my dailies. Okay. So let's just do this one. So it only tells me like I already have a 3-star of this unit. Yeah. So maybe it's for a lazy people, then they kind of get some help with that. For me, I usually just check my units myself. Yeah, at least it makes collecting much easier. Like if you want to do the database mission, then yeah, it's gonna help you. In the settings, you need to change the upgrade options. Only standard or upgrade is possible. What settings? What settings? Maybe this one. This one, just for showing this. Let me close. Let me remove that. Let's see. Okay, it's gone. That's all? What? That's all? It only removes the star. It doesn't do anything. Any other option? Nope. Nothing. Yeah, there's the star. Okay. I think maybe if we have a lot of units, then it can be useful. Let me go to here. I have a lot of units in this one, I think. Not here. Well, maybe I should go here. Let me see. Do this. Now look at that. There are a ton of units there. And let me check it out in here. There we go. We have 9 over here. So, oh, yeah, I can check each one of my unit stats. And I can choose which one to upgrade. I just upgrade some of them, blah blah blah, like that. You know. Maybe it makes clicking faster. Usually I will just check the unit, just go to my upgrade and just search that unit, that's all. I mean, yeah, it makes things like 10 seconds faster, I guess. Morning and happy Memorial Day to those who it applies to. Okay, finally I get my grade Young. Ooh, congrats, man, Till. Okay, so what should we do? Oh yeah, time to master. 240,080. Okay. And so we got nothing else. Let me go to the unit assembly. Let me check. Yeah, the Phoenix banner is gone. Too bad. For those of you who doesn't have Phoenix yet, you can wait until they rerun the banner, which probably gonna happen next year. Okay. So right now, we're gonna wait until they release the, what was that? The side story, the story event of something something. I forgot the name. Where was it? The April news. Where is the April news? This one. Okay, the cross dimension 0079. Yeah, this one. Totally have no idea what that is. So I have no expectation at all. Okay, so Stargazer, no, it's that one first. The cross dimension something something. Yeah, that one gonna happen first before the Stargazer. Luckily, if none of you expects anything from that one, then yeah, we're all gonna save until the Stargazer then. Okay. Ladies Sue and gentlemen Sue. Okay. Gundam FAITO. Ready, go. Specialized Union and Psychomo. Ready, go. Ta-da. Okay, let's choose opponent. Gonna start first. Let's see what do we get. A Qbeli right from the beginning. So let's just beat them. Beat them. Beat them. Oh, Stargazer is Legion. Gonna pick C? Yes, gonna pick C. The Cross Dimension something something. Cross Dimension is an older Gundam title. It introduced the Ifrit and the Gundam Pixie. Yes. But I have no expectation of the Gundam Pixie, so yeah. Look at that! Our tank wins. Should I just use something else? I mean, like, we're definitely gonna win this easily. Let me use some map weapon. Right? See if I can use a map weapon. Ta-da! Okay, let's go. See if I can use the map weapon of this. I wonder if for a G-Course banner they turn it into clan battle team temporarily. I mean, clan battles are kind of master league in a way. Maybe. Okay, map weapon, go! No, he doesn't use map weapon. I guess. We hilariously already have SSR versions, also we get an event SSR and a gacha SSR of it. Kind of like the Hildolfer from the MSC GOOOO event. Yeah, maybe we're gonna get a support Pixie and maybe a tank Ifrit, who knows? Neo Zeong. You want me to use Neo Zeong? Let's go. Still have a lot of time. So let me change this to a Neo Zeong. Hold up. Tada. And then we're gonna remove this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay. Rearrange this one going to the front. And confirmer and the 10. Their G-Course banner, they are gonna release another Char attacker first. Yeah. More Char. Like, Char comes out as all attacker. Like, there is no other Char. Very likely your Pixie will be available. Yeah, most likely. But Pixie is a melee unit, right? I'm not really that interested in pulling a melee unit. You know? Unless they are stronger than a God Gundam. We don't need any more melee units. Also, the AI only seems to like to use map attacks when they have multiple targets and cannot KO. Yes, it's already there. I already told everybody how the AI works, you know. So maybe for those of you who just recently joined my stream, I've already talked about this last year, okay, how the AI works. As long as they have something that they can kill with their single attack, single target attack, they will always do that first. So the AI works as a programming code, okay? The first if else is if they use their strongest weapon and somebody within their range can die, they will do that, and they are not gonna go to the next if else statement. So if they fail to kill anybody within their range using their strongest weapon, then they're gonna ask themselves, do I have a map weapon, and is there more than one enemy within my map weapon radius? If so, then they will use the map weapon. So you will finally use your map weapon if you cannot kill anybody. So that's the problem with the map weapon. Why? Because usually in PvE you want to use your map weapon if you have an overkill damage. So if you can kill enemies using your normal weapon, then your map weapon, which deals lower damage, will be preferable to kill multiple enemies at once and not wasting your movement, okay, your turn. So it's the opposite of what you need to do when deciding to use a map weapon in the mastery. So that's why map weapon is really hard get triggered, even if I use the Wing Gundam. Let me use the Wing Gundam, let's go. This will be the end of the 3000 gems. Pixie will break it. Maybe, yes. I don't think anybody is interested in pulling a Pixie. But I bet all the pay-to-win players are still gonna pull him anyway. So we still have a good chance of getting the 3000 thingy. Ooh, nice. There's a big rank and a great Zeom there. Yeah. Let's change this to this one. Tada. Let's remove everything else. Okay. And maybe if I can change this to Lances, then maybe I have a chance to use the map weapon. Let's go. The Blue Destiny and Atlas had interesting gimmicks. What gimmick? The Blue Destiny has a force chain step, which is totally useless because the Blue Destiny cannot reach his target with his very short range weapon. Okay, so the gimmick is almost useless. And then Atlas can be used everywhere in every terrain except space, which we are currently in space. So yeah, what kind of gimmick are you talking about? They usually put those kind of gimmicks like to the units that are not that popular. Okay. Haven't seen your Nightingale shard. Yes, exactly. We are actually waiting for the Nightingale shard. I'm also waiting for the Nightingale shard so that we can finally get a complete rivalry. Okay, we have the RX-78 with the Shiarzaku origin, and then we have the new Gundam with the Sazabi, and then we have the high new Gundam with without the Nightingale, and then we have what else? Yeah, that's the end. Yeah, that's the end. So that's the only thing missing. We don't have the Nightingale yet. Okay. So most likely they're gonna release the UR Nightingale. That's why we can only hope so. So that's why I'm also hoping that my SSP, not SSP, my SP converted Nightingale can finally have a pilot. Tada! SP converted Nightingale. Though on one positive note, you are Wing Zero and as well does use move and fire map now because of the battle AI bar. So it recognizes it can use after moving. It have an enemy Wing Zero do it. Yes, but the thing is that the enemy will use it because they cannot one-shot you. Okay, so it's the opposite because we are the one using the Wing Gundam. If we are fighting against weaker enemy like right now, we will never use the map weapon because as long as our strongest weapon can kill someone, they will use that first and gonna ignore the map weapon. Pixie will be paired with a popular relay like Atlas and big rank the beat and for increasing more popular. Ooh, maybe we will see. What is the second unit for the Pixie banner? Okay. Why? We cannot kill our enemy, but still we don't use our map weapon. Hi Pamana, have you MLB or Phoenix? Wanna see it in action during this PvP? No, not yet. I don't have the material to MLB my Phoenix. So most likely gonna be a 2-star, but I'm just gonna use it at 0 limit break first. Okay, see how it goes. If I don't need to MLB my Phoenix, then yeah, it can still work in Zero Limit Break. When I realized if they put 2 units of the same series, then the Thunderbolt will happen again. Yeah. Your Atlas Gundam's gimmick is being anti-Zeon to the max. If the enemy is Zeon tank and he has the squad buff up, he just has such nuclear levels of attack power. Yes, but by having the squad buff up, meaning that you sacrifice the other 4 slots just to make your Atlas Gundam deal so much damage. You sacrifice the other 4 slots. Okay. Do you hear how bad it sounds? You see, you are losing 4 damage worth of UR units just to make your Atlas Gundam deal lower damage than God Gundam. So yeah, nothing beats God Gundam yet. It's still the best. Let me just change this. Probably hero you. Let me see. They need to hit 2 fan base and not just 1. Isn't sure you are the Zazabi pilot good on it? Yes, but it has a double chance step. Okay, I'm looking forward to a Shara's Nabal with a force chance step, or maybe just a single chance step. Okay, this needs MP. Oh yeah, it needs MP. Why did I use Tifa just now? Yeah, I thought I want to not kill my enemy, so I just randomly put a tank pilot. I do have SP Nightingale as well. I used it a while since I had only 01 LB or Sasabi for a while. And I think I acted like an SSR Sasabi for your sharp pilot. Oh yeah. But if you do want a better unit, then you better off just use the Sinanju or the Gaymalk. The Gaymalk is even better. Gaymalk has a 5 raise weapon. The God Gundam still is the wall breaker. Surely no one made a 5 MLB Atlas UR team for PvE underwater team. Yeah, no, nobody. Definitely nobody. Like, it's good for a 5 Phoenix team, you know. The buff getting multiplied, it's insanely OP. But for Atlas Gundam, I don't think so. Because there is only one pilot, like the Atlas Gundam thingy is on the pilot, the gimme. Yeah, look at that. This thing is on the pilot. So you cannot have 5 EO Flamingo. Okay? So the Atlas doesn't have anything. You see, you do get the Zeon buff and that's it. You don't have any advantage from bringing 5 Atlas Gundam. So the advantage is on the pilot and you cannot get duplicate pilots. That's how good Phoenix is. Okay? Phoenix buff is on the unit, so you can have 5 Phoenix and the buff will get multiplied. While this one is only on the EO. Okay? So he doesn't even need to be on top of the Atlas Gundam as long as he is on. Oh yeah, he needs to be on Atlas Gundam. So yeah, you can only have 1 Atlas Gundam piloted by EO Flamingo. So you cannot do the same thing as what a Phoenix can do. Okay. Phoenix still is the best. Go Phoenix! Well, with you on Atlas, there is still you are easy to hang out with as a good partner in the squad. But yeah, the other 3 spots kinda depend on how good your collection of land or underwater units are. And they are definitely not a UR units. That's the problem, okay? And even if you use the UR units, okay, there is the Blue Destiny, there is Easy 8, but both of them are ground mostly. I mean the Easy 8 I think it can be used in space, but the Blue Destiny can only be used in ground, I think. Or maybe in space too, I forgot. But they are both a melee unit. That's a problem. Okay, so you already bring 3 UR melee units just to make your Atlas Gundam deal as much damage as a Destiny Gundam. Yeah. So that's a waste. So the advantage of Atlas Gundam is being able to be used in a lot of PvE stages where you cannot bring your usual UR units. Okay, that's the utility of the Atlas Gundam. All GM team. Yeah, just now it was all GM team. Phoenix UR, Phoenix SSR and Benzi combination was one of the hardest team I fought. Ooh, you managed to find that team. Oh my god. Benzi became so tough. Yeah, Benzi piloted by READDYYYY is the strongest unit and pilot combination in this game. So yeah, like back then, still I'm gonna keep repeating this story over and over again. Okay, when READDYYYY first came out, people skipping his banner. Okay, so yeah, now everybody gonna regret that. Okay, no, actually not, because we just recently got a READDYYYY rerun. Okay, so all the people who regretted not pulling for READDYYYY, they all went all out on the Phoenix banner. Okay, just to get READDYYYY. It's the best. And I had READDYYYY for very long time. You know, ever since we have the high new Gundam, I already put READDYYYY on all of my EFSF Psychomu unit, especially after we get the Unicorn. Finally I get an NTD and I put my READDYYYY there, and that's it. Like, I have the strongest SSR tank for all of my Master League ever since then. So let me just hit this guy. Let's go. Still a lower level, so I think we can still win with the Wing Gundam. Or maybe I should use the Phoenix. Let me use the Phoenix then. Let's go. Thinking on the Phoenix and Unicorn teams. I do have Max Delta Kai and C-Pax Awaken. If I see more Unicorn teams, might at least attempt to bring them. Tough, though they aren't good as generalists. They are actually quite good as generalists. Like yesterday, I already talked about the ultimate units. You know, the Delta Kai, it loses in value compared to not losing in value. I mean, like, it's not as good as Casval Gundam, but it's definitely better than Epion and Belphegor. Okay, in terms of attacker ultimate units. So that's the Delta Kai, and then after that, the C-Pax is the best ultimate unit right now in terms of value. Okay? Because the C-Pax is an EFSF unit. You can use EFSF pilot on the C-Pax, and it is the best unit to basically being used anywhere. Okay, just like the Red Zeta. And we almost lose that. Good thing we put Hero Yui as the pilot. So time to get Ziriz. Let me go. See. Let me use. Oh, look at the Psychomu. Okay. Let's just use the new type destroyer. It's time to use our Phoenix. Where's my Phoenix? There we go. Or should I use this one? Look at that. Okay, probably time to use our Psycho team. Let's see. Let me put this in the front. Okay. And yep. Let's confirm. Wait. DO should be at the front. It has a shorter range. Okay. So let's go. Go and die. I mean, maybe this Master League is going to be very easy for me. All of my units are boosted in this Master League. All of them. I pulled that banner because I like the Banshee. Yeah, see? That's why. The Banshee is just the best. They just are brought out maybe to attempt to fight Unicorn and then they saw. Yeah, more likely. Like, because the NTD is such a key unit, you know, like it's in the name. It's a new type destroyer. So if you fight against a new type unit, and that tells you something actually, you know, that's how strong a new type unit is. You see, like the new type unit needs their own counter just to balance things out. So that's how strong a new type machine is. You know, you need a whole series to counter a new type machine, and make it kind of like a thing. You see, I never heard something as a seed counter. You know, like a seed destroyer. So yeah, they have their own destroyer. Yeah, I got a fun team you could use before your strongest team, which is a Banshee, Narrative CPEX, Phoenix UR, and SSR plus the Awaken unit. Okay, let's try that. Let me change that. Let's go. Because I have everything over there. Okay, let's see. Banshee, let's go with the Banshee. And then Narrative CPEX, this one. And then Phoenix UR, okay. And then an SSR, okay. We're gonna use the SSR. And then plus the Awakened Unicorn. Where is my Awakened Unicorn? It's on the top. There we go. Okay. So let me put the pilot. Let's see. Put Readddy on the Banshee, I guess. No. Should I? No. Yes. No. Yes. Maybe not. I'm gonna put the Yona on that one. Where is Yona? Yona Bastard. Where are you? Oh, there we go. And then we're gonna use who has higher mobility? Are you? What's your mobility? 799. This one. 97. Okay, he has higher mobility. So this one's gonna be the sweeper. Okay. So let's go. Yeah. Positioning wise. Yeah, I guess positioning is already okay, I guess. Yep. Let's just go there. Let me see. Attack is a little weird though. Nitro ability implies that you might want to use Awaken, but only Awaken weapon it has is Protofin panel. You more so use range stats if anything. Yes, exactly. That's why it's not that you know, not that, how to say, not that OP. Yes, that's the word. Not that OP. But it's still good, you know. So you basically just ignore that ability and just go with your range stats. But you can also just use a very high Awaken stats pilot. So you eventually deal higher damage on your Awaken weapon than your range weapon. Sure, you get to 300k score this season. I'm not sure. We will see. All type unit. Yeah, this is all type unit. You just need a super pilot. Super pilot? Why? What do you mean by a super pilot? An entity system is just federation, and I am going too far. Basically saying it's just sure loves new types and all range new type weapons. Let's make a system that utterly destroy them. Yes. Yes, but to implement it into a game, it's basically something. It's definitely a something, you know. Like, probably because there are a ton of good units that uses Awaken stats, and they have that. You know, lore-wise, if it really follows the movie, you know, all of those Zeon units that are strong are using awakened weapon. Okay, if it is true to the lore, you know, all range attacks are going to be an awakened weapon. And so using this unicorn unit series, they are all an NTD, so they all counter all of those strong units from the Zeon. So still, like if it turns into a game like this, you know that these units are the best in countering all of those good units from the Zeon. So depending on how many units are being used by the enemy, then you can keep using this new type destroyer to kill all of the new types, you know. So and we all know right now Psychomu has the most units. Like almost all the UC series are Psychomus, so it counters a lot of units already. Then the Phoenix gave a big fuck you to the Federation by destroying the Benzing Road. Bang, udah pernah ketemu punya followers di MLS? Who? Master League? Don't punya followers. Who in Master League? Who follow me in Master League? Asemu Asuno Super Pilot, the new type counter. Yeah. But it's just one pilot, okay? While I have 5 NTD in here. So which one is better? So to be honest, my team isn't as insane in this league. Psycho and specialized unit artifacts, I am not really as insane in. I'm more so focused on ace unit and stuff like that. Yeah, everybody has a different thing, so that's why. The current Master League is mine. Yeah. If you want problem, why do you not activate the Phoenix? You are passive. Probably don't need yet. I'd rather get a double chance step than increasing my stats, you know. Like, I already have enough damage to one-shot everything by now, okay? For now. So, I don't really need the buff yet. You want me to use the buff? Let's go. Yeah. I mean, we are already in the Diamond League, so Platinum League, yes. We probably gonna need that buff, so let's change the pilot. My ace units aren't good for this league. Ace unit... I think there are a lot of specialized units in ace unit. Yeah, maybe you don't have those units. Let me check the ace unit. You can use the Phoenix, you can use the Barbatus, you can use this actual specialized unit. No. Is this specialized unit? Nope. Are the specialized unit? Let me see the Barbatus. Should be a... Oh no, Barbatus is not a specialized unit. Who is a specialized unit then? Yeah, there is no specialized unit in the ace unit. There is no ace unit that is also specialized unit. Oh ho ho. Yeah, only thing you can use is the Phoenix Gundam from here and the Unicorn Awaken. Yup. And then the Zeta here. Why is there a specialized unit? Is this one specialized unit? Nope. Oh, we do have all the golden thingy. Like, these are all specialized units, I think. Oh no, these are not specialized unit either. Yeah, there are no specialized unit in here. So you're gonna have a really hard time in here. There is a unicorn here though. You can use the unicorn as the tank. And then you can use the Delta Kai as your attacker. Then, wait, is Delta Kai? Yeah, it's Psychomo, see? And then you can use Specialized Unit. Is this not Specialized Unit? Yeah, it's not. Yeah, the Unicorn Awakened the Phoenix. That's it. And the Zeta. I still do have a Psychomo team, but it ain't nearly as if I had my full output Ace Unit team. Yeah, so like I said, like everybody has a different tag. So you had your fun in the Ace Unit Master League 3 Master League ago. So it's our time now, okay? Go sit down on the bench. It's not your time anymore. Ace Unit and Specialized Unit are tags that can't overlap. They are overlapping, but not as many, you see? This is an Ace Unit Psychomo. Oh yeah, not Specialized Unit. What is the Specialized Unit? Let me check the Specialized Unit. In this list, which one? Yeah, that's why I thought the Barbatos are there, but that's a different Barbatos. The Ace is also different. Yeah, there's nothing that overlaps. Oh my god, you are right. Yeah, there's nothing that overlaps. Oh, too bad then. Why? Alice gets a tag, but only has 2 units, while Exam System has 3 SSR, 1 UR, and some SR. But it's not a tag. Only Mao used Alice tag, but it existed since the beginning of the game with S Gundam SSR. Don't forget C. That you have it. Oh, C Gundam. Oh yeah, there is unowned at the bottom. I forgot. The C Gundam just now in the A unit. Yeah, there is the C Gundam for the Psychomo. There is also F91. Is this a Psychomo? I forgot. I think this is a Psychomo. F91. Yeah, you can use the Psychomo for your Ace unit team. Ace unit, Specialized unit, new type machine, and test type are all tags that cannot overlap. Now, new type machine obviously not gonna overlap. Like it has their own very special units. Like it has very few options. So it's hard to overlap a new type machine. If you're one of those tags, you can't be in the other 3. Wait. Phoenix is not the new type machine, right? Yeah. Is there a new type machine that is Ace unit? Let me check the Ace unit. This is the Ace unit. Is there a new type machine? Yeah, there is no new type machine. They are in the Ace unit. Oh, really this? Oh no, this is not the new type machine. Yeah, there is no new type machine there is Ace unit. Me forcing Ace unit anyways. Yeah, so let's just swap the pilot. Okay. Formation. Let's attack. Gundam FAITO. Let's go. So it's NTD versus NTD. Like, if I fight against another unicorn, we are just gonna be weak together. Oh no, he still survived. See, that's the strength of the NTD. You see, like I hit him with a Phoenix. Although it's a zero limit break, yes, it's weak, but it's a level 70 and he still survived. The hell? See, that's how strong an NTD tank is against an enemy that uses awakened weapon. You're still doubting the strength of new type machine? It just is interesting that those four tanks are basically mutually exclusive. Some people still using UR00 Racer just because of the at least one free attack tank. Yeah, that's why. That's why I told you when the 00 Racer banner came out, you at least need one just to stop the enemy's double chance tap. Okay. Otherwise, this is what's gonna happen. See, my Phoenix just killing everybody. Your 00 Racer can't stop winning even after it isn't league buff. Yeah, that's how strong a cheat that is. It's already been there, you know, like I keep saying the Zeong before the 00 Racer came out. I keep mentioning that the Zeong is really good at stopping the enemy's double chance tap. But problem is that the Zeong is an attacker, so he cannot do his cheat death ability when it is not his turn to get hit by the enemy. So the only one who can use cheat death to prevent allies from dying is the GP03 Dendrodibium last time, and not many players have him. I think, I don't know why. Yeah, I think back then a lot of players pulled the Dendrobium, but why nobody used the Dendrobium? It has a cheat death. It basically works the same as the 00 Racer, you see, but why nobody use him? You know, it's understandable if the AI doesn't use him, but it doesn't mean that, you know, all of the players or more like YouTubers, none of them use the Dendrobium to showcase, like, you know, stopping enemy chance tap using the cheat death ability. Like it should be there, you know. It shouldn't be that this kind of strategy is only popularized because of 00 Racer, you know. Like that strategy already exists when Dendrobium came out. See, that's why I never trust YouTuber. They don't show you enough to show you everything, you know. That's why ask a theory crafter. They know the result even without doing it or trying it. You know? So 00 Racer is only popular now because the AI use him. That's all. If you cannot connect the lead, the unicorn units can take control of enemy side common weaponry. Oh, okay. We wish you are limited unit. Would you like to return on a future banner? Mine will be Zeta. I started the game when the banner was already gone. Oh yeah. You definitely want the Zeta. Like Camille still is the strongest awakened banner. If he's on top of an AO, okay. I think the limited time units that I want to come back is probably the GP02A. Yeah, probably that one. But I don't really regret anything because, as you know, like I know very well what I'm doing. So if I'm skipping a banner, I know very well that I am skipping that banner. I'm not regretting anything. Just like the current banner, you see, Like I'm skipping this Atlas banner, even though I really want the Florence, okay? Because I know what I'm doing. So yeah, not really regretting anything. So when they came out a limited banner and I, didn't get anything. Maybe there is one that I want to come back. The double X, the double X. I wanted the double X, but I didn't get him. Okay? So that's probably the only one I want to come back, the double X.
Gundam FAITO. Ready, go!
Well, now as I have it, though, I am at the moment using SSP Queen Manta. Oh, nice. Like the Red Zeta, the funnels animation, but more forceful. Oh, okay. Some people use Dendrobium a fair bit early on, but now the Eraser has the cheat deck, but without becoming essentially useless. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I was hoping, At least people know the value of Dendrobium. If nobody use him at all, then that's the problem, you see? Like, don't be a sheep, people. Do your own research. Dendrobium is a good unit. After he does escape. Oh, the Dendrobium changed unit when he died. Yeah. It becomes a totally different unit. So unlike the double O. Double X because of the map. Yes, and also the pilot. Okay, the pilot Garrot Ran is a limited single chance tap range pilot. So if I ever need a range pilot, the strongest range pilot is either Garrot or Hiroyui. Okay. Luckily, currently we have Hiroyui. Okay. So if I ever need a strong range pilot, I can just slap Hiroyui on any unit that requires range stat. But back then, Garrot was the strongest. I think even until now, Garrot has higher range stats than Hiroyui, I think. Yeah, Garrot is still really strong. And on top of that, he can use map weapon twice. So really good in PvE stages. Florence will come home sometime soon, maybe in a surprising way or no. Yeah, just like how I skipped the Thunderbolt, even though I wanted Psycho Zaku very much, and also the Char Zaku Origin. Yeah, when Char Zaku Origin banner came out, I really wanted him, but I didn't have enough diamonds, so I skipped that one. So now that I have him, I know that he is a really fast unit, and luckily we now get the SSR version, which is even better for a free-to-play players. So funny how horrible you are. GP02A was initially. Yes, it had that utterly nuclear map attack, but besides that, it was almost attempted. They did had to buff the UR Gato pilot for it. Yeah, his whole purpose is the map weapon. But it's okay for me because that single map weapon already justify him being used and ignore everything else. Because when I want to clear a PvE stage, my very first go-to unit is going to be GP02A. It saves a lot of time to clear a PvE stage that I need to keep repeating over and over again. Just imagine, okay, just like the Fierce Enemy Assault, we needed to clear that stage 20 times. If I had the GP02A, like, it would have not gonna be that boring for me. You see, like, it's gonna help me to finish that really fast. Like GP02A, Wing Gundam, the Double X, using them will help me clear those kind of tedious work much more bearable. Okay. You don't want the DX, you want Garrot. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, the pilot is more useful than the unit. But still, the unit has a map weapon, so I can still use it, no problem. And unlike the SSR version, the URDX, the URXX doesn't require supercharge to use his map weapon, I think. Yeah. So he can just use the map weapon from the very beginning. Many players skip the DX, I'm not one of those. Good thing, that's right. Double Razor because of the focus says. At least stays a good unit. I can possibly have HP restored via supporter to at least keep fighting back or maybe even tank from more later. And yeah, and you know who can do that too? Is a freaking Zeong. Okay? So Zeong could already do that when he first came out. It's just that a totally different strategy, you know. You can, without any brain, without any strategy, you can trigger that cheat death from the double eraser because he himself is asking to die. He protect his allies and die by himself, okay. For the Zeong, you need to be creative a little bit, okay. You need the Zeong to be the fastest unit in your lineup, get him to MLB to be able to do that, and then he will go to the front, hit someone, die by the counter attack, revive himself at 1 HP, and then you just lure every neighbor, every father, mother, brother, sister to attack your Zeong, and they all gonna die. Why? Because the Zeong deal more damage the lower his HP is. And that was, back then, when Zeong first came out, was the ultimate bait. Because back then, when the Zeong came out, there was no Caliban yet. There is no Calibate strategy. There is no, support defense on counter yet. So Zeong, if you have him at maximum limit break, he could have owned the Master League. You see, just by dying first. When everybody afraid to go first and then die in the front like you know, alone, then the Zeong was the only one who is better when he died. Also, the DX map attack can one-shot hard stage bosses. That makes my farming really easy on DX hard stage. See, I told you. Yeah, I think when the game at turn 8 main stage, the development tree is gonna be chaotic. There are Zaku's Capul machines that are flat as paper and is developed from turn A and turn X. Okay, we'll see that later. Zaku's and Capul have other names. Let's say here. Setsuna on DO. What, the enemy? Yeah. Sometimes you see those kind of weird matching, okay? If you know that kind of weird matching happen, then most likely it's not gonna be a player, okay? It's most likely gonna be an AI, like a bot. I think that Double Eraser was best seeing that Zeong and GP023 because of the supercharge making him really difficult to kill and the cheat death. Because of the supercharge. What do you mean supercharge? The Super Saiyan mode. Super Saiyan mode doesn't increase your survivability, right? Doesn't increase your defense, I think. Or is it? Let me check. I think it increased defense. Oh yeah. The Double Eraser Super Saiyan increased defense. No. Wait. Melee and reaction. Reduce own damage taken. Yeah, this one. Reduce own damage taken. So at least he has some kind of survivability. That's what makes him tanky. Yeah. It's gonna make him tanky and strong. Yeah, but when you bait using the Zeong, you don't need to be tanky. You just go to the front and then die, and then all of your allies are going to support defense for you and die for you. You see? So it's a totally different gameplay, I told you. But you could have already take a ton of benefit from having a cheat death ability from the Zeong. Okay? It's just that the Double Eraser way of playing his gameplay is much easier for everybody to use. Like it doesn't require a special setup. You just put him there and he will do his thing. That's it. Like whatever happens, whoever the enemy targeted, you're gonna go there, protect that ally, and die, and trigger the cheat death. and still go Super Saiyan, deal damage to your enemy, like high enough to be considered like a support unit, and yeah, but still doesn't deny the strength of the Zeong. Like, too bad I don't have Zeong myself. If only I have a Zeong, you know, I could have shown you like how strong a Zeong is. Maybe not at 0 limit break. Like, if only I have a maximum limit break Zeong, and I could have shown you like how to properly use a Zeong. Funny part is UR Zeong does work even at the part where, well, attackers in League sometimes do go too far and just kind of die. So even UR Zeong, when it goes too far, at least can stop at 2-step. Yeah, if the enemy aim for your Zeong, then yeah. But if you are still in range of your support defender, then your Zeong are not gonna die. He will not trigger his cheat death ability. That's why, to make use of a Zeong, you need him at maximum limit break. That's why when the Zeong banner came out, if you go to my channel, find the Zeong analysis banner, okay, you gonna listen to it and hear me saying that the Zeong is a pay-to-win unit, okay. So that's why I skipped that banner, because I definitely will never ever have an MLB Zeong. Oh no, we got to turn 2, dang it. What happened that made me go to turn 2? Like, look at that damage, 360,000 damage, like what the fuck? Why do I doesn't have enough damage to kill them? Oh, Ride, no wonder. Yeah, did I get stopped by Ride? Let me see the damage report. Enemy taking damage. Yeah, the narrative and the Ride. Okay, all of my Psychomu, all of my new type are countered by these two. What the hell? Not the Ride though. He doesn't have the NTD, but definitely this one absorbed my damage by a lot. Okay. So I think, you know, like when you guys are looking forward to finding Qbeli, H2, and C Gundam countering all of your Psychomu and NTD units, like this is what I encounter. I'm actually having trouble against a freaking narrative Gundam. The one unit that I always tells you the most useless one. Oh my god, their buff really works against me. You know, Bandai really want me to die. Buffing this narrative Gundam counters my whole entire account by a lot. Dang it. I encountered SSPG class today, probably a boss it's one of the highest CP. Because the UR Zeong is part of the new base banner, there is a chance for getting UR Zeong and limit breaks for it. Yeah, now we probably have a chance to limit break that. Yeah. So let's just go kill the rest. You know, we definitely gonna have enough points to just go to the next league. Without redoing that enemy. You know, that enemy is my bane, and that was at 0 limit break. Imagine that. You see, like that's gonna be my bane. You know, if I find a freaking narrative Apex again, I cannot kill him. If it is at higher league, you know, in the Master League, if we find an MLB narrative Apex, I cannot kill him with a new type machine. Definitely. So yeah, it's not a guarantee that I will get the highest score in the current Master League. You know, it depends on my luck. You see, how many unicorns I'm gonna encounter in my Master League. That's gonna be the decisive factor. Okay? If I keep encountering unicorns, they all are NTD. I am also NTD. I deal low damage to them, they also deal low damage to me. Problem is that it's gonna make us finish the battle at turn 3 or 4 or 5. Even if we still win, it's gonna take a long time. If only I can use duplicate in here. Oh my god. And all Fenix team gonna be so OP in this current Master League. Especially if some whale actually pulled like, you know, 5 maximum limit break. You are Fenix. Oh my god. I finished at 184k today with Calibrate team, so good luck. Yeah, everything relies on luck in the Master League. You know, depending on the units that you encounter, like the enemy that you encounter, there are like, you know, easy enemy, there are like, you know, hard enemy. So it all comes back to luck. Ooh, critical, nice. Another good thing about Fenix is that his weapon has naturally high critical rate. So you've seen him doing a lot of critical damage there. But you can have multiple of same units, so sadly League you can't stack your Phoenix buffs, but we have, yeah, I know, I said that, you know, if only we can bring 5 Phoenix. That's definitely gonna be the strongest team in this Master League. Especially if you do have an MLB supporter. Okay, we are in the Master League, so let's go and use our proper team. We already got a hard time using that team, so let me call up this one. Ta-da. Okay, this one, if I'm still fighting against enemy lower level than mine, okay. He still use an SR supporter, even though it's MLB, but it's an SR supporter, so I definitely gonna move first. So this is what happens with this team. Ha ha ha, let's go! Oh no, Dreadzeta is gonna die. Good thing he died. So he's not gonna waste my turn by taking the enemy's damage. Okay, we use up all of their support defense. Okay, time to kill them. Let's go. I don't know if my Qbally have enough damage. Yeah, the Phoenix ran away. Do I have enough damage? No! Dang it. Qbally doesn't have enough damage. I think I should use the SSR Phoenix then. Yeah. It has higher damage because it's SSP. Let's just use that instead of the Qbally. Although I think he will have too much mobility there. I'm gonna move first. Should I just use my Sazabe? MLB Sazabe.
綺麗に決まりました。
Maybe there are any unit from any Gundam that is not on the game yet that you would like to be in the game? No. Probably the turn A, but no. Like all of the Gundams that I know are already in the game. It is funny to see the all region tier, and yeah, I know it isn't a joke because it basically is like Astaroth Origin again, but I already have Origin 4. So I look at it in a humorous way. What is all region tier? Like that unit just now? Oh ho ho. It's a weird unit to be used in a Master League. But let me try again. Let's see. Let me change the unit. Okay. I'm gonna use an even stronger one. We do have these, we do have these, we do have the Sazabe. My god, I can actually have a really fun time with this. Yeah, let's just change this Phoenix with the SSR Phoenix. Okay, and then maybe one of these, I'm gonna change it into the new Gundam. Tada! God. And maybe use the Amuro here. Okay, so there is a support attack. This one is using Yonabasta. Okay, that should do it. Okay, let's just attempt. Let me see their damage. Melvin Sazabe on full frontal have been my go-to for Master League. Yeah, there it is. I've been telling you guys like my Sazabe will be perfect with full frontal ever since he came out. The thing is that, you know, for all of you guys who's been watching my live stream, you know, because I keep telling my theory craft to everybody, you know. For those of you who are quite lucky with your pool, or you actually spend some money on your diamonds, then you can get better luck and the units that I wanted. So you can actually you know, put in practice my theory crafting. So all of you can actually how to say, like, prove that my theory craft actually worked, you know, just like the Calibate. You know, I told you the strategy of the Calibate, but I myself cannot do that because I don't have an MLB Caliban. I can do that with a 1-star Caliban, but it's not as good as with an MLB Caliban. And also I don't have the MLB supporter to actually maximize its damage. So for those of you who are more luckier than me, or you know, have more money than me, then you can do that. You know, just like the Zeong, then just like the you know, the full frontal thingy here with the Sazabe. You see, like for those of you who have both already, and I told you the combination, then you could have already put it in practice, you know. So yeah, look at that just now, the damage just now. We just brute forced the enemy. Generally, you are aerial is more of a menace to take out than I expected. Recently, you are Benzinon, SP or SSP for armor. You can read their levels of tanky, but it takes a lot more than I expected. The whole reason of that is because of the pilot. Suleta durability is a pilot with a very high defense. Okay, so she has a naturally tanky stats. So you cannot really kill aerial rebuild that easily, and especially because aerial rebuild has a 5-range EX weapon that reduces enemies' attack. If you fail to kill him once, then you no longer be able to deal high damage. So it's gonna take you even harder to kill him on the next try.
素晴らしいファイトでした。
So you need to one-shot the aerial durability you are, but you definitely cannot one-shot a tank, especially if you are fighting against a stronger enemy. So that's the problem. MLB says I want to also jokes on Unicorn. He doesn't use Awaken, he uses melee to boost the EX attack. Exactly. Yeah, there's one advantage of using full frontal here. Okay, especially Max LV aerial rebuild. Yeah, Vivi, do you think they will do Gundam GOOO as an event or as a main stage? Probably an event, because it is not a main stage. Like how to say? Like the story is not that many, you know. Unless they continue with the series and they have a lot of story, then they probably put it as a main stage. But I don't think that short movie can be anything but a story event. What is this strategy? What? This one, the one I'm using, is a freaking brute force. There is no strategy in this. Just hit them with my strongest unit and that's it. Like I have two SSP a unit. I have two SSP new type machine, which is a Psychomu, and I have MLB Sasabi, which is also a Psychomu. And I have what, the other unicorn, you know, which is a really strong tank. Also there are narrative C-Pack there, you see. So there is no strategy in here, you see. Just basically hit them with my strongest team. But you know, I've been upgrading my Psychomu team. So I have a lot of SP converted Psychomu units. I can just choose anyone. Oh no, we go to turn 2. Dang it. With Hathaway, they pull the stage first. What pull? And give pilots after. They give GOOO units first. Huh? What do you mean? Those I really need aerial defender and double racer. Yeah, we all need everything. Now the strategy you said about MLB Cubely. Huh? Did I say about MLB Cubely? Huh? Wait, since when I talk about MLB Cubely? I was talking about MLB Zeong. MLB Zeong? And then what other MLB I was talking about? Was MLB Zeong, MLB Narrative Apex is the unit that I never ever be able to kill in this current Master League. If I ever get an MLB Narrative Apex, then no hope, just skip that guy. And what else? What other MLB I was talking about? Yeah, I never talk about MLB Cubely. Why do you talk about MLB Cubely? Are those wings? Oh, full hero team. Yeah, just now it was. Not a full hero team though. Like there is the narrative and also double racer. But still, like it's annoying. So wing. And you are Alan Cyrus in the scene for this league. The scene is still Psychomu because Alan is range focused. The X is under by entity plus actually can insta supercharge. Yeah, that's nice. That's a really good strategy to fight against the NTD enemies. So really, instead of finding a Cubely enemy, all of those players who are afraid of finding Cubely, H2, and C Gundam, it's more of a problem to find an NTD enemies in this Master League, because you cannot kill them that fast, you know. What is more annoying than losing to your enemy is winning but unable to win within the first turn. It's more annoying. I mean, they put the stage first and give pilots after, but GOOO give pilots and units before having a stage. Yeah, they probably regretted that. I don't know. It's because the movie already aired, but they are not they don't have the stage yet. Like the designer haven't designed the stage and the story yet for the G-Quad because it's a new movie, you know. So they haven't made the animation yet, maybe the summary yet, you see, and the stages yet, and they already missed the chance to release that. So yeah, they just skip the G-Quad entirely. Is there something about a strategy you could try if you're in something about MLB Cubely thing? So I had no context. Oh yeah, like if you have that, no, not Cubely, Caliban. I was talking about MLB Caliban. Yeah, like I was talking about the Calibate strategy, and I don't have the MLB Caliban to actually, you know, pull off a one-shot kill on all of the enemy who are attacking the Caliban. And then the what else? Wait. What else did I talk about? The MLB Xiong, yes, the MLB Xiong, and then I mentioned about the Zazabi piloted by the full frontal. Yes, the Zazabi piloted by the full frontal. I don't have the full frontal, so you guys tried that first before I myself even tried that. And then what else? Yeah, I never actually mentioned the MLB Cubely. Why? There is not really difference between an MLB Cubely and a zero limit break Cubely. You hear wrong. Like guys, who among you heard me talk about Cubely? Oh, I knew Amuro in Omega G-Quad. MLB Caliban. Yeah, I was talking about MLB Caliban. Imagine MLB Cubely, Phoenix, and or H2UR. Or those are, I was talking about all of those players who before this Master League came out, everybody got hyped up from the Facebook post that mentioned that, you know, be careful when in the next Master League because all of your Psychomo are getting killed by the Cubely, the H2 and the C Gundam, you know. So those are not the problem. Okay, right now your biggest problem is finding an MLB narrative apex. There's a bigger problem. Okay, so yeah, probably the only thing I mentioned about MLB Cubely is probably in my previous video, like maybe like a last month or I don't know how long, like when we heard that news about the Cubely, I mentioned somewhere, I don't know whether it was Discord or my video, that, you know, even if you find a Cubely H2 and C Gundam as your enemy, if they are still at zero limit break or even at maximum limit break but zero limit break supporter, you can still brute force kill them, okay? Because you have the power. If you have like my kind of team here, you can just brute force and kill those Cubely H2 and C Gundam. The only ever problem is if you reach 220,000 score in the Master League and you finally find MLB units together with MLB supporter, then yes, MLB Cubely, MLB H2 and MLB C Gundam together with MLB supporter is going to be insanely strong. But that's the only instance where you don't want to meet those units. Only after you reach 220,000 score, then you will find that kind of enemy. So until then, you're gonna have no problem. And your aim for the Master League is just 150,000 score anyway. 200 is for the title. Above that is just a bonus. You're just having fun after that, you know. Just see how far you can go. Because it's a series, 12 is very complicated. First 5 6 are good, but because of this with again white Gundam from other universe. Yes. Yeah, we saw Cubely. Yes. You know, whatever is Zazabi with full frontal is ready. Yeah, there's a combo I'm running now in Master League. Yeah, see, I've only ever tried this Sasabi, like the last part of the previous Master League, because I waited until the last second to pull the full frontal. So only in this Master League I will experience the full frontal on Sasabi. You guys already started before me. See, like I told you, like I'm gonna theory craft everything, you know, analyze all the units, all the banners and everything, like the possible thing that you can do, and in your own time you guys can do it yourself and prove to me whether what I'm saying is true or not. Everyone with you are really looking at you arguably, not my problem. NTD passive plus massive defense. Yeah, that's why the NTD is a much bigger problem in this mastery. But probably not gonna be a problem if you actually run a specialized unit team. Okay, a specialized unit team are mostly using raid stats, so you're not gonna have a problem against NTD enemies, and definitely not gonna have a problem against Cubely, against H2. Yeah, so if you do want to like go further, then build a specialized unit team in here. Okay, don't be like me. I brute force this battle. Plus high new MLB with support attack Amur. Yeah, that one. No, wait. No, Amuro will have his awaken reduced if you hit an NTD enemy. You know, because Amuro stats, the highest stats he has is the awaken stats. So your high new will use the awaken stats on his EX weapon unless you actually use the 5 range weapon. I do find it funny how many of the grand offensive dynamite I see in this league. I know it's specialist unit, so it makes sense, but fun to see the event unit being used. Yeah, like they're starting to make use of some of the new units, you know, like look at that, there's the half pass there. But I still think that, you know, they are missing on a lot. Like they never use the Virsago, they never use the double X, they never use, not never, I mean like very rarely they will use the Virsago, the double X. Who else? Let me just go to the sausage. Whether the guy likes sausages or not is still a mystery. Okay, this one. So look at this. We barely ever see Atlas just now. Probably because he has a disadvantage on space. That's understandable. We saw a couple of Great Zeong, and then we saw Halpas being used. Phoenix, yes, a couple of Phoenix there. We never see the XS Gundam. Probably is too strong if they use the XS Gundam in the Master League. He can just force chance step and go through our defenses, you know. It's probably too hard for us if they use this. We Farak, maybe a couple of times. Farak, Wing Gundam we've seen a lot. Double O Razor every single time. The Tolgis also we've seen a lot. The GOOOO can only be used on ground, so we rarely ever see this. Psycho Haro, they almost never use this guy. Probably 1 or 2 times, yes, but almost never. This guy also Gundam H1 never come out. This H2. A couple of times they use this. Yeah, I've seen a lot of this. Then this one, the Astray Red Frame and the Amatsu Mina, they almost never use this. You know, it's very rarely you see this in the Master League. Probably because they have a life steal. It's gonna make your battle really hard because it's definitely gonna go to a second turn or a third turn because of him. Okay, and then the Virsago, almost never see him. Double X also, almost never see this guy. The Kimaris Vidar, yeah, sometimes I've seen this guy. The big rank is only on the lower level Master League, you know, on the higher level, almost never see this guy. And then we've seen a lot of Caliban, we've seen a lot of Destiny. The Providence also not coming out that often. The Comfort, yeah, probably in the lower league. He came out in the lower league. And then C Gundam Penelope, we've seen a lot. The Blue Destiny, probably another ground unit, like we've rarely seen the Blue Destiny. Sinanju came out a couple of times. The Barbatos also rarely been used, but it is understandable. This is more like a PvE unit. The Neoziel almost always never come out. The Gundam GP03 also almost always never come out. You see? So there we go. Like the units are not always being used by Bandai to be your bot enemies. You know. F91 we've seen a lot, the World Gundam we've seen a lot, Unicorn Awaken also we've seen a lot. Astaroth, not really used that often, you know. The Zeong sometimes come out, but it's rarely. The Qbeli has been used a lot. The Full Armor Double Z Gundam also comes out a lot. Liu Bei, not that many. Master Black Dragon, sometimes you see him. Okay, the Master Gundam also you see him sometimes. The Banshee came out a lot of times. The Psycho Zaku also came out a lot of times. The Full Armor Gundam also, same thing. High Neo also comes out a lot. Force Impulse, yeah, sometimes, kind of like 50-50. Wheel Strike rarely came out. The Dead Side, they sometimes use Dead Side. Yes, Sharazaku came out a lot. GP02A rarely being used. The Zeta, sometimes he happened quite a lot. The DO also happened a lot. Like these two are the most used unit. Like it's so used so much that you almost see these guys everywhere. Goal is to get to 1% goal. Yeah, I think that's our you know, that can be our goal, you know, in the Master League. If I may, my C Gundam did some clutches where if it didn't have the passive, it can't kill. Yeah, that's the thing about the ability and skill and modification. Okay, like if you just need that 1%, a little bit push on that 1%, like you can use the modification, you can chase the pilot, you can do something. Yeah, the 1% can be overcome by a slight stats difference. Okay, so how they will do Gundam Ace Part 2, they put 2 more spaces for development trees, so it will be the first with 4 development trees for more than 6 hard stages. Yeah, they should have a lot there, so let's just wait until they release them. The devs really like Gundam Age, and DD passive tries to nerf my C. Oh, okay. Hero Yui on my C. I use range stats. UEDS XS has been here, but it is rare because not as many people are put insane on XS. No, the thing is that you are fighting bots, not players in Master League. Okay, like 90% of the enemies you see in Master League are bots. How do you know that? Just think about the pilot and unit combination. Like, who in their right mind will ever put this ridiculous pilot on this unit? You see, like let me see. Like this one makes sense, but I don't know why you put Mark Zuckerberg on the Dynames. But still makes sense, you know. So this can be a player. Okay. But if you say that, you know, there are a lot of people using Dynames SP, then it's definitely a bot. Because how many players you know are like collectively deciding that they all gonna use Dynames as their go-to unit in this current Master League? Like who? You have a lot of better options than that one, you know, in UR units. Like if you are a player, most likely you're gonna use all UR units and you will only use SSR if they are SSP converted or the tank. Yes. There are not many players who are going to use a support or attacker SP converted on the SSR. Attacker maybe, but not a support. Red frame custom is just set. it can be good, but you know, given the very neat situation. You are S2 Gundam pilot isn't used much, so to be fair, the pilot is better than the unit itself. Yes, exactly. So that's why, like people, if you follow my suggestion, you pulled Farak just for the pilot. That's it. Not necessarily insane as a generic support pilot. Basically, it's a combo of you are full frontal and you are impulsive. Yes, it does generic support, but also can free supercharge. Then just annoying. It hits with 6 range and can be countered. Then leave the support all of it. Yeah. That's fine. Sinanju still being used quite sometimes. You know, but that's all they have. Like, newest player, I assume. No, I don't think. Let me see. I don't think a new player. Well, maybe. Yeah, this can be a new player. Like, it all comes out from the double or racer banner until now. Yeah, maybe. This is maybe a new player. But yeah, sometimes you can just check the unit and you will know then it's definitely not a player. You know, like this one. This is definitely not a player. And this one. Yeah, this is definitely not a player. You see, this is a Master League title from like, you know, ages ago. Why do you still use this supporter? Why? You definitely already have a better supporter than this one. Okay, so definitely a bot. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Like the name suggests to me that this is random, but you know, the bot in this game takes the name out of a dictionary. Okay, like they use name like you know, prosperity or fortitude or Justin or something, you know, just straight out taken out of a dictionary, you know, just one single noun word. So this one looks like a bot, but I'm more convinced that this is an actual player. So yeah, this is definitely a bot. Okay, look at it here. Like imagine if you are a player, will you use this kind of your team? Definitely not. Yeah. I will never ever put a G-Quax in my team. And also whoever used the LPL Play Jubilee.
Gundam FAITO. Ready, go!
I use Dynamas. I'm lazy to form teams here. But you're definitely gonna change your team, right? Against stronger enemies. And definitely, like, when you put the formation at the beginning, when you make your team, you didn't put Dynamax there, I think. If I see a support pilot on a tracker, then for me that guy is a player and not bot, because the bot will stick to how it is intended. Yeah, that is one way to decide whether it's a player or not. You know, if they put all support pilot on all of their units, then it's definitely a player. Because only a player will be smart enough to make your life miserable like that. Why does he have SSP Barbados? Yeah, because the bot can use SSP units also. Really, the wing team on the middle is a bot for you? Yeah, it's look more like a bot to me. I think it's because of the pilot. Let me see. Okay, challenge mode unlocked. Let me see. Like the pilot. I remember I saw a weird pilot there. Where is it? Who is this guy? Gust. Yeah, look at that. The name is just taken of one word with. Yeah, like this one looks more like a player. You know. Udut. Like that one. But this one doesn't look like a player. A turn A may be a player. But these two word Chinese word doesn't look like a player. Like Gus. This is Gus, like yeah. Let's see.
Gundam FAITO. Ready, go!
Yeah, look at this. Like.
しばらく見ぬうちにまた腕を上げたか。
It doesn't look like a player to me. Yeah, they put a proper pilot here. Yeah. Name and no title. Which one? The middle? Yeah, for the no title, it's not always that the... Yeah, if it has no title, then I'm more convinced that this is a player. Because sometimes there are players who doesn't put any title. So the bot usually put just a random title, if it is a bot. We prepare yourself for you are the supporter 5 range melee Setsuna when we get double O movie as a main stage. We have a one for each role. Double red flag. Everyone is a bot. There is no player at all. So a guy named Bang Gang, probably not bot. Oh yeah, that one. Definitely not a bot. If we have that kind of pun, then it's definitely not a bot. I mean, I Justy Bieber. There is just Frost. Am I a bot? Then yes, you're a bot. Maybe with Astral as username. And I use the ML title that has Xia. You're totally not a bot. A player will be 5 tanks to stop you from getting max points. Yeah, a player will definitely gonna make the team to be as hard as it is to be impenetrable, you know. So if you just put a standard, you know, three attacker, 2 tank team, then it's most likely gonna be that kind of bot, you see. Like, because if you know the strategy to play this game, you definitely do want to lure your enemy if you put that kind of team. So you gonna put a support pilot on an attacker unit. Okay, there is very rarely any player who just put all attacker on attacker unit while also have the tank, 2 tanks, you know. Because you cannot win anything with all attacker pilot. Meteor Daryl does make some sense for SSR Wing Zero Endless Force, but big outlier is the SP Wing Endless Force and High New Amuro. Yes. Like that's why. Like when I saw that for the Daryl, I was thinking like there should be a better pilot than Daryl. Daryl is only ever good on the Psycho Zone, but then again, maybe the player is not that smart and put the Daryl on there. Maybe, you know. Like if I were him, then I will probably put Alan Ceres there, most likely, you know. And then if I do have Asemu, I definitely gonna put Asemu. Like there are a lot of better options compared to Daryl, you know, because Daryl, if he is not on top of Psycho Zaku, he actually have quite a low stats, you know. Even Asuna has higher stats than Daryl, you see. Like Asuna is a better pilot. No, Asuna is an awakened pilot. Okay, so like if you use the preventing wind, it's a better pilot than Daryl on top of the wing Gundam. And preventing wind is a much newer pilot. If you are a new player, then you definitely probably pull on the preventing wind. Okay, most likely because you already have the wing Gundam just now. So most likely you also have the preventing wind. That's what I thought, okay, about the Daryl. And definitely the Amuro pilot on top of the wing Gundam SSR is the giveaway, the red flag. Like if you have the Amuro, that means that you have played this game for a long time already. Okay, you are not a new player. Okay, so you definitely have a better pilot to choose from, or better unit to choose from than to build this kind of team. You see? So yeah, that's the biggest red flag, the Amuro attacker. Are you sure that's not a guy that just loves wings? Oh, if that guy loves wings so much, they definitely gonna put all Amuro pilot on here. You see, that's what I decided, that this is definitely not a wing lover. Okay, he definitely loves his wing, but you know, if he doesn't put Hero Yui on this SP converted SSR attacker wing Gundam, okay, then he is not an actual wing lover then. Will building accounts to be solved? Maybe, I don't know. Like, is it still a thing, like selling an account in this game? As soon as I reach 200k points, I switch my team to 4 balls and 1 ML behind it. Total like 70k CV and hopefully that right names in gold. Realize that, who knows, you might have an altar for them. Your silver is decently as a racer for ourselves. Psycho. But yeah, he obviously, as he's speaking, you are Psycho. Not a new player, but a dumb player. But yeah, we cannot really decide on that. So let me change the pilot in here. Let's see. And also the unit. Maybe I should put the Phoenix in here. Let me see. Tada. I know. Yeah, I'm gonna need the Yona support on this one. Will he deal enough damage? Let me see. Yeah, time, let's go. Psychologically profiling people based on their SD Gundam team composition. So yes, exactly. Like we are trying to be a detective here. Like looking at the title that they use, you know, and then after that the name that they use. Like is it a human kind of name, you know? And as someone who does know someone who actually is a wing engineer that are using you on that side, you are wing zero ultimate everyone and even SP Geminas too. Yes, exactly. Like, you know, you have a better option to choose from than making that kind of team just now. That's why I'm very sure that was a bot just now. Oh, Trio Bro Unicorn team, please. No, because my Banshee is not that strong. Okay, so I don't really want to use the Banshee. Okay, it's a waste of space for me because it's at 0 limit break. It's better to use SP converted MLB SSR tank compared to a 0 limit break tank. Okay. So that's why I'm not using Banshee. They actually are going full wing series. Also thinking on Geminas too. Generally, I want to see a side story of the Geminas coming up. Yeah, the ideas from there are cool. Ooh. Okay. And look at that, reward. Just changing the strategy a little bit. And also definitely the Phoenix buff definitely help. Okay. Because we all have the Phoenix. You see, like this one, except the Sazabi got buffed by the Phoenix. Okay. So don't underestimate the Phoenix buff, guys. See, the Phoenix buff, even at 5%, is already quite strong. Especially because he buffed my SSP converted Phoenix. Okay, he deals insane damage now. Let me see his stats. What is this one, right? No, this one. Okay. How much your attack? Oh ho 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 ho! Oh ho 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 ho! 25,000 attack. You have the Gundam Celtius, Gundam Grievous, Hydra Gundam, what else? Gundam Herpes. I totally have no idea about Gundam Geminas. But Gundam Geminas probably worth something, you know, like the Geminas 1 and Geminas 2 got their weapon at 6,000 weapon power. So they definitely have some kind of backstory to back that kind of weapon. Yeah. Other Gundam feels like the Zeong of the Wing series. Multiple heads, beam claw cannons for all range attacks, and just G-Sucks. Oh, okay. Look at that, we win. Yeah, easy peasy. So this is the strength of the Phoenix team. I don't know. Should I MLB my Phoenix? You know, like I can increase the star though. Let me see. In his team, when does my Phoenix move? Last. Okay. So I could have actually swapped this. Yeah, he can be the sweeper with this, but he's not gonna deal high damage. See? Or maybe I can just put the durability on this one. Because I definitely are not in range to support lane. Let me just try it first. Let's go. I'm gonna see if I'm in range. And we are against NTD team. Look at that. Oh ho ho. NTD versus NTD. We'll see who's gonna win. Let's go. Die. And they are also buffed by their Phoenix. Let me see. Oh, yeah, good thing that the double Z is not boosted by the Phoenix. Like, it's not NTD, so we deal full damage against that. Okay. Yeah, I'm still the stronger NTD in here. Hey hey. Ta-da! Yeah, our Phoenix totally have no chance to shine at all. So I can just put any pilot on here. It doesn't matter. Ta-da. Next is this one. We're gonna reset this. Ta-da! Look at that. Yeah, see, like, we rarely see the Qbli, the H2, and the C Gundam to counter us a new type machine, but we encounter a lot more unicorns. It's more of a problem. The new type destroyer, you see, like we are countering ourselves. So let me just change this pilot. Let me see. I'm just gonna put the Ride here. Okay, I mean like Yona in here. I'm gonna put him at the front. So at least even if he moves last, okay, he at least can reach his allies with the support defense. So the first one who gonna move is the Zazabe, okay. So Zazabe moved to the front, and I'm gonna protect the Zazabe with this, in case the enemy move next. Or no. Right now our Phoenix move last, right? So he is the one that requires protection more from here. So maybe you just put like that, okay? So the support are gonna come from the bottom, all of them. So let's attempt to. Let's go. Also, my little bit has quite the name. Walter Farkiel, the Dark General of Destruction. That's his title goes. Any questions? When are you gonna use the 3 Phoenix together team? We cannot use duplicate units in here. Dude, the hell? We cannot use Netorare team in here, okay? So this is the strongest we can get. Oh, you actually attack our Phoenix there. It's a perfect bait. Level 93 SP aerial rebuild. Version 1 double OP series. I want the Sefer Raisel, but with an external it's also a black version. Okay. I don't know, like there are too many Gundams for me to notice them all. I mean, in, I don't know, PvE, would you rather have the 3 Phoenix team or one with the Awakened Unicorn? Huh? Why do you compare 3 Phoenix with Awakened Unicorn? Like, why? What are you talking about? Like, I can just bring them all. Like, you see, I can just change this to a Psychomu. And just change this to an Awakened Unicorn. Is that what you mean? Like that? Huh? Why? Why do you want this? Like, why do I need to choose? Why not bring them all? Black versions are from OOF, and generally I want to see OOF side story, mainly because the Gundam Master IF and F2 are skill units plus Spawn Spark. It's quite the personality. I have no idea who are they. So there's a lot of spin-offs that could do cool events. Never mind. Yeah, let's continue the Master League. Gonna go here. So yeah, like should I upgrade this? Should I? I mean, I really want that, but I don't know. You know, like I currently don't need to do that. Like, I can already dominate the Master League even without, you know, limit breaking my Phoenix. You see? If only I can buy one more of this. Yeah, probably next month. Next month, maybe you will see my MLB Phoenix in other Master League, okay? Like, because if you MLB your unit, like right now, my Sazabi is too fast. Because we are getting boosted by both the Master League and also the supporter, and I have an MLB unit, then he definitely gonna move first, okay? And so for the Phoenix, if I move first, sometimes it's a disadvantage. So right now, I don't know if I'm gonna get disadvantages when I move first or not. But on the next Master League, if they don't boost my Phoenix, then MLB Phoenix boosted by MLB new type machine supporter that I have is going to make my Phoenix available for the next Master League, even though it doesn't have his stack. Because he is gonna be strong enough to be able to one-shot the enemy that are boosted while still maintaining very low mobility to be able to move last, to finish off the enemy leftover. So that's why I'm thinking about MLB my Phoenix. Probably not in this Master League, but in the next Master League. Okay, but we will see later if after we reach a higher score then I struggle to kill them anymore, then maybe yes I'm gonna limit break my Phoenix. We will see later. Okay, probably on 2 days from now, because as always if it is a Master League time then I'm gonna live stream every 2 nights. Okay, so today, 2 days from now, 2 days again, and that should be the end of the Master League. Yeah. So let's go. We're gonna do the exact same strategy. There is an SSP Penelope here, the SP Asteron, C Gundam. Yeah, I can believe that maybe this is a player, but we will see later. Okay. We will see later, okay, whether this is a player or not. We can see from the pilot. If he choose a very smart pilot, then oh ho ho ho, look at that. Yeah. Amuro. Yona on C. That one. Oh ho, this is a player. Yes, yes, yes. See, you can see the thought behind their pilot and the unit. You see, like he used the Asteron, but as we all know Asteron doesn't have a pilot, so he chose the strongest double support defense pilot he can have, okay, which is Setsuna. And while at the same time here the C Gundam also doesn't have a pilot, so he put Jonah here for the double support defense, okay. And the Penelope, this one you have so many options from the EFSF pilot, but you choose the best one for the Penelope here as a player, you see. While this one also you are aiming for the double chance step, most likely probably because you don't have Haman, but I don't know, like maybe you also aiming to use that double support, double chance step. Okay, so this is most likely a player. Right, cross race and Font Spark was quite the personality. If I were to describe here, would be absolute psychopath, talking intelligent, playing with others and life like as if it is a game. Are you talking about Zoltan Chiwei? 42 more minutes until the start. Oh yeah. Yeah, we still have enough time, don't worry. Okay. Ta-da! Easy peasy. Okay. The Meister Gundam pilots in double anime are the 3rd generation, or about obvious about the 2nd generation. 15 years before the anime and part 2 is 5 years before. Yeah, but I cannot imagine what you're talking about, you know, like I need to watch the movie to be able to understand what is going on. Because when you talk, this happens 2 years after this, after that, I still don't remember like when are all the Gundam story takes place, you know. So, like if you say, oh, it's on the year 0079, I have no idea which Gundam is in that year, you know, because I don't remember. I remember the number that they shown to me. Not really that hardcore Gundam fans yet. Ooh, Virsago, finally! You know, I mentioned that Virsago is rarely ever being used, so this one, yes. And the title make me believe a little bit that this might be a player, you see, because he showcased his 1-star Master League, probably a new player. He just reached this far back then, so this is his best title, maybe. Yes, so we will see the pilot once we go in. Let's go. Same thing happened in every movie though. Robot explode, people cry. Yeah, once you say it like that, you know, like all the Gundam story basically have the same plot. You know, some guy, you know, just accidentally get caught in the middle of a Gundam battle, in the middle of war. Then he suddenly find an empty Gundam somewhere in you know, a garage or a warehouse or a hangar or anywhere, you know, and then he's suddenly able to pilot a Gundam without any proper training, and then he's suddenly much better than all those pilots who already trained their whole life into piloting a freaking GM. Okay. And then everybody just suddenly decided that, you know, this guy is our last hope to save humanity, blah blah blah. And then he met with a girl who can unlock his best potential. And then at the end, they either gonna live happily ever after, or the girl dies, and that's it. You know, the end. All the Gundam story have that kind of plot. Meanwhile, the OS mostly was a secret support team of Celestial V. They still mostly use Gen 2 Gundams, but it takes place with Rebel Season 1 or Rebel Season. Oh, is it like the Astray story? Yeah, the Astray story happened while all the shit Kira Yamete are shouting with Atrun, you know, back and forth. Then the Astray story takes place. You are fighting someone named Snow. Is this Snow? Let me see. This is Setsuna. This is Setsuna durability. This is probably Hiroyui. Yes. This is the pilot Sagia. Yes. This is. Yeah, this is a bot. In no logical way any player will ever put a freaking Garotran on Gundam Exia. I know it's working, you know, because Gundam Exia EX weapon can use any stats, you know, he can make use of the rage stats, but rarely any player will ever think about doing that, you know, like, because your brain is hardwired to thinking that Gundam Exia is a melee unit, you know. I need a melee pilot, even if it is a UR, like a UR melee pilot. So you will most likely putting like someone like Ito Tsurugi on the Gundam Exia compared to putting Garotran on the Gundam Exia. See. So yeah, all of them, the rest are proper pilots. So maybe this can be a bot. It's a little confusing, but it is less confusing than. Hello. There are only 8 Gundam pilots that are more than the age of 20. Yeah, true. See, suddenly you are better than an actual soldier. It's a little confusing, but it is less confusing. There's things happening in all time in a lot of places. It starts in 79-bit. There is something happening until 0150. Nope, G Gundam is happy ending. See, I mean, I told you just now, you know, it's either a happily ever after happy ending, or the girl dies and that's it. You know, the guy just lives on. That's why that's probably why I like the Barbatos story. You know, the main character die. Okay, I like that much better. Isn't that just banana leaves from using no pilot skills will become as good as anyone? Not just banana, you know, like even now Amuro makes a little bit sense, you know. Amuro actually found the manual book and read that manual book within 5 minutes to be able to pilot the RX-78. And Camille Bidan suddenly able to pilot a Gundam. Then Judao also, he is a scavenger. He can suddenly pilot a Gundam. And then Kira Yamete is even worse. He can hack a Gundam. The fuck? You see, like all of those main characters, they all doesn't make sense. At least Hiroyui makes sense, you know, he actually did a proper training to become an actual soldier, you know, from a very young age, and then go down from the colony to destroy Earth, or do his things, you know, the Operation Meteor, that kind of thing. That makes a little bit sense, you know, a child soldier, you know. But all of the other students, they just go on with their life, you know, studying. Suddenly their school got attacked and they suddenly can pilot a freaking Gundam. You know, spoiler, Barbatos, oh my god. Yeah, same thing, see. But Barbatos kind of, you know, the way they are able to control robot in that alternative story, they put the thing on their back, you know, you put the Gundam cable on their own body, and it's a little bit similar to the Mobile Fighter G Gundam, you know, like you move your own body and the Gundam move according to your muscle, you know. So Barbatos Mikazuki, even without proper training, like he can move the, what is that, the worker unit, you know, the one that looks like what is that, like a toad, I don't know, like the two-legged worker unit, that thing. So he used that, moving his own body, and suddenly can pilot the Barbatos. At least he doesn't pilot it using buttons and anything, you know. He uses his own muscle to control the Barbatos. Okay, that's kind of a little bit okay. At least yeah. There's a turn A happening somehow after all, using Gundam Wing SNG Gundam. SSP Double Razor everything, and UR Asia Setsuna makes sense. But Geralt land in UR Asia, put SP S2 Setsuna at the very least. Yes, further Barbatos away. Kira Yamato can also code an entire OS in 20 seconds. Yeah, that's that's why I hate Seed Story the most, you know, like it logically it doesn't make sense at all. You see? If this works, then I believe in God. It's gonna activate Geralt. If I believe in God. Yeah, Geralt also doesn't make sense. The X Gundam story, he's suddenly able to pilot the X Gundam. Like how? That Gundam already became a legend. You know, the Gundam X already became a legend. It came out from, like, you know, 100 years before Garrett exists. Like the war already ended with the Gundam X unit, and then suddenly he found the only you know, the only one left, the only Gundam X left from that war, and he's suddenly able to pilot that thing. Amuro, at least you get a sense of he is learning on the fly. Yeah, and eventually deserve the skill he gained. Because it could also make sense because child soldier and triple IF in IS surgery. Yes, Z Gundam is a joke, especially watermelon scene. Yeah, Camille doesn't make sense. You see, Camille suddenly is able to pilot a Gundam. That's all. So he has insane control of it. Setsuna got training, so he made sense. Yeah, Setsuna also, he has training. It's a soldier. It makes sense. Okay. So also, all double pilots are trained. Setsuna are child soldier. Logan is a soldier. Alice is an experiment. Yes, better pilot. Seria was created by Veda to be a pilot. Yeah. It's similar. That's why the double O story is a little bit similar to the Wing story. So It's quite okay because they all share the same thing. They are all terrorists, okay? Setsuna and his friends are terrorists. Hiroyui and his friends are also terrorists. They just came to Earth and terrorize everyone. And somehow we just tolerate them being the good guys. Okay, so last one. Ooh, Florence here. Nice. Look at that. Yeah, see, ally. That's it. I don't know. Like it's either a bot or a very stupid player. I mean, like if you have Florence in here, then you definitely have a great Zeong, right? That's a Psychomu. You have a great Zeong. Why you don't use your great Zeong? Wait, let me see. Yeah, this is a freaking Psychomu. You see, why you don't use your great Zeong? And I want to see that supporter. What does it boost? This one, right? Battlefield Gundam Unicorn. Oh yeah, there is no great Zeong in here. Yup, there is no great Zeong. Probably why. So let me see if his reasoning makes sense to put Florence on a narrative C-Packs. Yeah, like it looks like someone who just started playing on the Phoenix banner. Like these units are all pullable on the Phoenix banner. So let's go. I mean, I think I can pilot that the only controller is the same we use to control a remote car. Yeah, but you know for sure, like Gundam should definitely have more buttons than an aeroplane. You know, like aeroplane you only control 2 wings, like maybe 4 wings. You know, the 2 at the back, you can count that as controllable wings too. You know, but a Gundam, you control 4 limbs, a gun, a beam saber, your fingers, you know, your head-mounted Vulcan, and then what else? You have wings, you have booster pack, you have booster on your feet, you have what else? You definitely have more buttons than just a remote controlled car. Dang it, I missed. No. Go Phoenix. Finish them all. Yeah, I don't think I can finish them all. Dang it. We all die by counter-attack. So is it time to make us slower? Is it? Jonah is soldier. Yeah, I think Jonah is soldier. But sometimes I see pilot his first Gundam like on a random park car with car key still attached to it. Dude, if you ever get your license to ride a car, you know the very first time someone try to ride a car, the car gonna turn off unless it is an automatic car, okay? And I bet a Gundam is definitely not an automatic car, okay? So you know, like all of you who has experience driving a manual shift a car, you know what I'm talking about, right? If you don't press down on your shift gear, then the car gonna jump and die. Okay. So nobody ever without any proper training able to drive a manual shift car in their first ever time seeing that manual shift car. The Victory Gundam's pilot is a child because of nepotism. Oh yeah, same thing with the Gundam Age. You know, the Gundam Age also is the same thing. Although at least he is the one building the Gundam, you know, like, but he can suddenly pilot a Gundam much better than an actual soldier, you know. Wing and Double are interesting in that the Gundam pilot's actions are ambiguous and arguably lead to the villains winning near the middle, but they start to change or fix their mistakes in later half. Yeah, I told you. That's because at the beginning they are a terrorist. They are the bad guys. At least on build series, it makes a perfect sense for a child to be using a Gundam because it's just a toy and all machines are just model kits. Yeah, for the Gundam build, yes, it makes sense. It's just like you playing a game. Like, you don't need a proper training to play a VR Gundam game, basically, you know? So, you can just control a Gundam with a VR machine. Like, that makes a little bit sense. Okay, this team is actually competent. Yeah, Florence, Suleta, Kirayamete. I don't know why he's not using his Yona on this Phoenix. Probably he's aiming for the double chain step, but it's actually hurting the damage of the Phoenix by a lot, you know, using Kira. Not only because Kira doesn't have a really high stats, you know, he has a balanced stats, and he is not using the affinity tag of the Phoenix. This is an orb, this is an EFSF, and also you are missing on the Phoenix buff that can buff the narrative C-Pack. Probably not the Delta Kai, but it can buff the C-Pack and the Band C. Okay, this one is okay, you know. So this looks like a player, I think, a player that just started playing the game in the Phoenix banner, because he tried his best to use all of the support pilot to give himself the most you know, support attack possible. So yeah, see, you can actually see where the player is. Okay, the way of thinking of building this team makes sense. You know, you want to deal as much damage as possible. Okay, so you can basically differentiate a bot from a player if it is this obvious. I have a friend that is an air fan geek and Gundam has less buttons. No, the thing is that I think it's not because the Gundam has less buttons, but the creator of Gundam think that maybe it's a tedious thing, you know? Like, you know, you gonna take a lot of time drawing a cockpit of an actual robot, most likely. So you make it simplified. Okay, to make a better story. Otherwise, you're gonna waste a lot of time just to draw the cockpit alone. You know, just one single scene gonna take you like days if you want to make a proper cockpit. If you want to show the picture of a plane cockpit and the Gundam cockpit, it's not a proper comparison because the plane cockpit is real. The Gundam cockpit is fantasy, okay? I can have one button that control an entire limb in my fantasy Gundam world. The first time I dropped manual car, I shot down 3 Sakus with it. Yes, exactly. Uploading in Delta Kai, honestly fair choice. Unbelievable for a player to put that in it if they only just join around Phoenix Banner. Yes, exactly. Yeah. But in the Gundam, you need to control limbs, legs, and arms, so even with fewer buttons, it still needs a lot of knowledge. So this is probably a player just a recent one. Oh yeah. You know, talking about controlling a limb, do you know that game, the browser game that a long time ago was very popular, where you actually control a guy with 4 buttons, not 4 buttons, I mean like a couple of buttons that control his limbs, and you need to make that character, that guy, run on a marathon track. You see, do you remember that game? You know, like, do you know how hard it is to control 4 limbs with buttons? You know, if you ever played that game, you know what I'm talking about. You know that, yeah, co-op, yeah, the co-op. That game, oh my God, controlling 4 limbs is the hardest thing that you can do using just 4 buttons. So for those of you who doesn't know that game, you can Google it. Co-op. Yeah, that game. Oh my God. This is probably a player, just a recent one. Yeah, see, exactly. Get on the finance. Are we sure this is a new player? probably like you had a chance to pull one the anniversary banner for one limited time unit. Probably he got the strike freedom. That can make sense. Okay, so Kira also just recently came out from the Caliban banner, so maybe he joined on the Caliban banner, and only because the Caliban banner doesn't have a Psychomo units, so maybe he used all of his diamonds again only on the Phoenix banner after saving for so long. It probably makes sense. The thing that makes me and some of you maybe that believe that this might most likely gonna be a player is putting all these support pilots. You see, all these support pilots on all of his units. Actually, yeah, considering you are Destiny, Kira might not be new. Yeah. There is a VR Gundam game, and the gameplay is to go forward. It's right hand extend to use Beam Saber, left hand extend. Because is for the might be best they have, and considering there are 4, 5 as unicorn series, it still work. Yeah, maybe he doesn't have a better supporter than this one. I mean, like an SSR MLB supporter give higher percentage than a zero limit break UR supporter. Okay, so it makes sense that this guy used this one instead of the zero limit break UR supporter. Okay, I'm like then it is 26% with instead of 25% with. Yes, exactly. I'm like, so it's Phoenix good for Master League? Yes, I've been using Phoenix just now. For those of you who has been watching, you know that we have been having fun with the Phoenix. Okay. Quob, yes, but Quob wasn't equipped with Psycho move. No, don't start talking about the Psycho move, like it's totally doesn't make sense, like controlling a Gundam with your mind. I mean, like in fantasy world, yes, if you can do that, then yes, that's your way of controlling a Gundam. But that the very first time all of those main characters went into the Gundam, they didn't know what Psychomo is yet. Okay, so they definitely didn't use their Psychomo ability to control the Gundam, especially when Amuro still used the manual book, to control the RX-78. Oh yeah, that does make sense for the Kira because it's 46 full banner, so probably join around the first anniversary. Oh yeah, I got another copy of the Awakened unit, but I was like, the fuck. Yeah, so see, like you can already see, like if it is a player that is very very obvious, like just now, using a lot of support pilot, then yes, you can already see which one is a player and which one is not. So if it follows the norm, like putting Char on Zazabe, putting Sibuk on the F91, putting Yona on the narrative, putting Hero on the Wing Gundam, it's most likely a bot. Because we already know, like instead of putting Char on the Zazabe, if Zazabe is your strongest attacker, it's better to make him able to attack 3 times. If you play Master League long enough, you all know this. You see, we want to have as many chance to attack our enemy within the very first turn as much as possible. So we try to always make us use a support pilot as much as we can. You see. I mean, see, being difficult to control is a thing on Gundam War in the pocket. The Alex Gundam was so tuned up that was crazy difficult to pilot. Yeah, I only saw the story of the Gundam Alex from the Eternal, but yeah, it looks like it kind of follow the proper robot story. Okay. The Alex and the Goof. I remember my 46 pool banner. I genuinely got a horrible luck moment with the limited UR. I got UR God Gundam when I expressly pulled for max LB UR God Gundam, so now I just have this extra copy. But at least you got a good limited UR unit, you know, I pulled a freaking strike freedom. Why? I hate Sid series the most, and they gave me a strike freedom. Okay, so anyway, we've already tried the Phoenix Gundam, you know. This is already good enough, even with only this. Okay, the buff actually make my SSP Phoenix really strong. Like this is the MVP of my team just now. You know, like his damage is just so high that he can brute force anything just now. Okay, we haven't reached a stronger enemy, but I believe like if we limit break this guy later on, probably 2 days from now, we will see like what kind of enemies we're gonna face. And you know, this is not yet level 5 weapon, you see, so I'm still using a level 3 EX weapon. So this guy is not at his maximum potential, you know. I'm just bringing this guy only to buff the SSP unit, okay, just to buff this guy. So once I limit break the Phoenix UR himself, then I will have 2 attacker, okay. So that's gonna make the battle much easier. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, we will see if I'm gonna limit break this guy later. I'm already preparing this modification too. Like the rest doesn't have, you know. Should I put something? There is Psychomo and Tenacious. Yeah, should I? Nah, because I'm using them only in PvE anyway. So, yep. Sinanju, too bad you are not a new type machine. Sinanju could be great, you know. Like one special unit who can attack everyone in Master League. Like he has the movement, he has the range. So 6 movement and 6 range weapon. Oh my god, he can attack anyone from any position. Yeah, see, told you, Psychomo Tech is the best. We have everything. Floating around in my unit list. I leave a special wait for Amuro because he was the first new type they had, so they just make the unit ultra sensitive. Oh, I mean, you are Destiny Kira, still is a solid pilot. And double chance type anyways. He isn't as good now, but still can work. Yeah. Like we have a lot of better pilot, you see. Like where is Kira Yamete? Like he only have 734, 580, and 116 awaken. He doesn't. His highest stats is awaken, but if you do want an awaken pilot, you have a lot of options. You know, this is awaken pilot with far higher awaken stats. You know, this is awaken pilot, higher stats than Kira Yamete. You know, if you want an even better one, this one deals so much damage. We also now have Yona Basta. This one also if on top of the Phoenix. Just now he put Kira Yamete on the Phoenix, right? That's why not put this guy, you know? Unless yes, if you're reasoning you need the double chance step, then yes. Okay. Even Suleta has higher awaken than Kira Yamete. See? Hello good sir, good evening. May I ask, is your account F2P build? Yes. Why? I am an F2P player. Spent $0 on this game. So yeah, everything you see here, it doesn't look like a free-to-play account, but believe me, this is a free-to-play account. I just have a very good luck on my banners. Yes, but I am free to play. I think if you have played this game for a whole year, then yeah, you might also have this kind of account. Your strike freedom still is pretty simple but effective. Yeah. It's very average. That's the thing, you know. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just so-so. It's very average. Okay. If you want to try, it's on the jack move, not the funnel. Wait. Grave Violenta has a voice line where he says he doesn't like violence, while before that he asks about how they fight for Aeolius fan. Well, on the red Zeta. Oh, on the jack move, not the funnels. You mean on the red Zeta? Let me try Grave Violento. Because we have 8 minutes to kill anyway, so let's just try. Where is it? The red Zeta, right? This one with Grave Violento. This one, right? Okay. Let's go. Insane streamer luck. Yeah. Though I guess to be fair to UR Strike with Yamato, were one of the first limited URs though. So yeah, UR Zeta and Camille definitely still make him look awkward. Yeah, exactly. Like he came first. Right after the Kirayamete and Strike Freedom, they released a better Kirayamete. Not the double chance step, but it's a far better unit and pilot in terms of damage and stats, you know. Like the only thing that makes Kirayamete is better than Camille Bidan is that they're biased with the Seed series, making the Strike Freedom available to use in more stages than Zeta. And then the range, Strike Freedom has 5 range compared to Zeta, you know, which makes him more useful in PvP, okay? And the pilot has double chance step. That's it. Although double chance step and a single chance step depends on your you know, your aim. You want damage or you want double chance step. You know. So which one you say? On the jack move, not the funnel. This one. Okay, the jack move. Okay, so this one. Let's see what he say. I'm gonna pause the music. Okay, let's go.
我々はイオリアの理想のために動く。世界だけでなく誰にも変革は不可欠だ。ターゲットを捕捉した。作戦通り破壊する。落とす。爪が甘いな。
Yo ho ho ho. Ooh, if you play for first week, then very believable. Yeah, because I guess it's not actually F2P. So in my mind, is either you have frugal plan for this game or you spend a lot. Thanks for asking. Good, so I don't play this game yet, but I play Overlord. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why I say it, you know, like if you just take a look at my account, it doesn't look like a free-to-play players, you know, because I have so many UR units and pilots. But that is because I've been playing from the very beginning and I have insane luck in my gacha. So yeah, that's actually that. But every time I play this game, you know, because I've been a streamer from you know, I think I've been a streamer for 5 years. Yeah. It's been 5 years. So yeah, ever since I played this game from the very beginning until now, I always stream everything. I always make a video of everything. So if you actually watch every video one by one and follow my diamond progress, you already know. Like my diamond is exactly the amount that I use with the banner and the gacha. You can actually see my banner, my gacha banner, because they showed you the number of how many times you pulled for the banner, right? And I always make a video of of analysis and review of every banner, and you can also see it in my live stream. Every time the banner ends, so you can see how many times I pulled, and the diamond. So if you actually follow through everything, if you want to audit everything, I haven't spent a single cent on this game. So yeah. Maybe would you ever consider to do an account review? Maybe, but I don't know. Like linking your account to my computer is kind of like a hassle. So it's gonna take quite some time. Maybe I can do it in my Discord channel. You can go to my Discord channel, link your account, screenshot everything, and I'm just we're gonna chat there. Okay, much easier. Having played from launch and was mostly where is it? I played from launch and was mostly free to play for a while. I have a similar level of capacity for the F2P now. Oh, yeah, but yeah, you play from start, this one is more than reasonable. Yeah, with your results of our units, and you give us your window, it's up to you. Yeah. Some of you already did that, right? But because most of the time your screenshot is not complete, you should have screenshot this. Like first, you screenshot this going down, every UR there, and the SP converted unit. Okay, tada, until here. And then after that, the character, same thing. You screenshot all the UR and all the SP converted pilot. And then the supporter also, you screenshot all until the 3-star. Okay, remove all the 2 stars. Just take all the UR and the 3 stars. And then yes, I can give you every single information that you want. Did you know that all the machines in later you see after 0100 are smaller than the ones before this? Because to be able to make model kits cheaper to make, the F91 is 15 meters tall, the RE78. Oh, no wonder. Like it seems like the F91, the Victory Gundam, like all those units seems like very short. Yeah. Here comes a giant fish. I love the animation for Red Zeta. Yeah, the Red Zeta looks very cool. That's why that's my very first ultimate unit that I upgraded. Jake just is absurd. Then the funnel just creating a bunch of them and are just floating around. It's oddly cool. Another fun fact in F91, they have achieved to make the Minovsky flight system, then one in the Seagun and Philadelphia in a small scale. So they put it in the F91 Infantry Gundam. There's a red capsule in turn 8 that rocket launches its funds to the enemy and the hand comes back to this. To do that account screenshot one. I am so stuck on what to use resources on. yeah, you can do that. Okay. So I don't know if you need. Okay, it's already reset. Nice. I don't know if you need to screenshot your shop or your inventory, but I don't think I need your inventory. Yeah. So if you just screenshot me all of the units, the pilot and the supporter that I told you just now, then I can make you a suggestion. But if you have a favoritism, like you like the 00 series, then you don't need to ask me, okay? Just go with your favorite series then. Because at the end of the day, you play games to have fun. where is the fun if I tell you what to do? Unless you are a masochist, you know, you like people telling you what to do, then yeah, just don't come to me, you know, just go to anyone and they will tell you what to do, whether it's wrong or right. But yeah, that's the whole point of playing games, guys. You know, just play however you want. You know, you make mistakes, you have fun, you struggle. That's basically the fun of it. You know, like winning using an underrated team. You know, winning using an underdog unit. That's the much more satisfying that way. You know. That's why, like, when people say that the new type machine supporter is the worst, that is, you know, a waste of Bright Noah as the main, you know, main captain of every single series, you know, like the most popular captain in Gundam universe, being the new type machine a supporter, then I I maximum limit break that guy. You know, I just straight up MLB that guy. You know, just to prove a point. You know, so it's not about you know, how to say, like, if a lot of players say one thing and you know for sure that that thing is not true, you know, just follow your heart then. Just like me. Everybody was talking about how bad the new type machine tech is. Like, there are not many options there, you know, it's very limiting. You know, the one-shot killer was better. You know, that was the time when the new type machine supporter first came out. You know, everybody was talking the one-shot killer is far better than the new type machine. Okay, at that point, I was the only one who actually make use of a Psychomu team, probably back then, because Psychomu team itself is not really that popular back then, you know. So if you watch my very first video of Gundam Eternal, I was actually talking about how good the Psychomu tech is. You know, probably back then I was the only one who said that. So Psychomu even back then has the most complete debuff, you know. So being a player who has played as many genre as me, you know that debuffs are the most important in every single RPG games. Okay, so attacker and durability units, eventually in the future their damage are going to be overlap. You know, they're going to be a power creep of damage, and tankiness is also something that will be you know, overlap eventually. But debuffs are always going to be the same, you know, whether you are at level 1, whether you are at level maximum, whether there are a stronger ally, you know, your debuffs are still going to be the same. You see, like a level 6 beam debuff, whether it comes from this unit or that unit or those unit, you know, it's still going to be a level 6 beam debuff. They all going to do the same. Okay, so debuffs are best friends for free-to-play players. Okay, buffs and debuffs. Just like if you play RPG games, if you ever play MMORPG games, you know, the easiest way for you to join a party is to be a buffer. You know, a healer is the easiest class for you to just leech from other players' achievement. You know, just go there, buff everyone, and just heal whoever receives damage. The better they play, the less work you need to do. That's the easiest job. You know, so yeah. That is how a free-to-play players play. Okay, so that's why when I started playing this game, I went all out on the Psychomu tech, and then eventually they released the new Time Machine tech, and that was the best tech for me. And eventually, until now, I have proven a point. Like the new Time Machine in my account is the strongest tech you will ever see. So yeah, that's a little bit of history of my journey in the Eternal. Okay, what is it? Hey, I'm collecting this. I should do the research. Let's go. I feel like another person can help on something I missed. Yeah, definitely. Thinking on SP Pilots 1, I did and genuinely enjoy, even if it wasn't a double supporter. SSR Lane Aim is very fun, free pilot. Oh yeah. Lane Aim SSR is quite okay. He is able to go supercharged from the very beginning. His only downside is that he has low stats. But it's okay, like it's one of an okay pilot because there are not many pilots who can go supercharged from the very beginning. So even with low stats, Lane Aim is still an okay pilot to be SP converted because not many, you don't have that many alternative if you want to go supercharged from the very beginning. And the SP stats puts it at same range stats as Asuna, which isn't horrible. Yeah, but it's the range stats, okay? Asuna is an awakened pilot, so you are actually comparing Asuna's... wait, Asuna has a balanced stats. So yeah, it's quite okay. This one. Maybe we just want another input. New Time Machine has been getting better and better, to be honest. It doesn't really get a better option, It's not really getting better and better, Like here, let me show you the New Time Machine. Okay, like from the very beginning. The new Type Machine already have this many, okay? They added the Qubili, they added the High New, and together with the Qubili, they added the Full Armor Double Z Gundam, and that's it. After that, they stopped. Nothing new comes out. Like they release the SSR, okay, one by one, and that's the thing about the new Time Machine, okay? Their progress is slow, but all the units that they include in the new tech machines are the best. Back then, when they added the High New, this High New SSR was the strongest tank. And then after that, when they released the Unicorn, this one is the strongest tank, piloted by READDYYYY, okay? And then when they released the Shar's counterattack, we finally have an attacker here, the new Gundam. Not really the strongest, but this is the best option you can get from the new Type Machine. And only right now, with the release of the Fennec story, then we get the biggest update for the new Type Machine tech. So it doesn't really get much update, but all the updates that comes into the new Type Machines are all very meaningful. That's the thing. Oh wait, I haven't used my AP yet. Okay. We have got a lot more new Type Machines. Yeah, that's the biggest upgrade for the new Type Machine. Sometimes people want to hear peer review, especially praised by peers. Early on, new Type Machine could be argued as not good, but we have been getting more and more. No. Ever since the beginning when new Type Machine first came out, if you want to go scroll down in my channel, I've been proven that I actually got a higher score than the Ace unit team. Like I even got higher score than Silvarians back then, using my new Type Machine. He even told me, like, for those of you who doesn't know yet, like I have a friend who has MLB of every single unit. Like he is the biggest whale in this game. Like he has every single unit at maximum limit break. He has every single supporter at maximum limit break. So back then, when the one-shot killer tech first came out, yes, he built a one-shot killer team. He actually tried all of the units and found out that the one-shot killer was the strongest. The moment the new type machine tech came out, he tested the one-shot killer team and the new type machine team, and the new type machine team actually deal higher damage than the one-shot killer team. Okay, even back then when the new type machine tech first came out. Why? Because the new type machine tech came out, it came out together with the high new Gundam. Okay, and the high new Gundam back then already deal higher damage than the strike freedom. Why? Because the high new Gundam is a 4-range attacker. Okay, as we all know, a 4-range attacker deal higher damage than a 5-range attacker. Okay. So even back then, new type machine is already stronger, but because everybody said the new type machine was bad, it doesn't have much as many options as the one-shot killer. Nobody pulled the new type machine, nobody proven otherwise, and nobody ever seen the new type machine being used to its highest potential. Okay. So nobody ever knew the strength of the new type machine back then. That's why I don't like following the meta. I don't like following people's tier list. You know, tier list sucks a lot. Because when you build a tier list like that, then people are going to ignore all the units that are not in that tier list, okay? And if nobody tested them, nobody will ever find out that they are actually missing something, okay? That's the problem with people just following each other, you know. Like for example here, if you have 10 players, you know, like the entire world only has 10 players, okay, and we all don't know what to do, okay. We all have no idea what happened, and then we are given like 5 Gundams here, okay, and then one player actually played a lot, like, you know, he when everybody was sleeping, like he played this game. And he actually chose, like for example, he chose the Barbatos, okay? And he showed everyone, oh my god, the Barbatos looks so cool, like it can go berserk, blah 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 blah, and everyone, oh, and everybody was, oh yes, that's true, that's amazing, blah blah blah, and everybody chose the Barbatos. Nobody tried the God Gundam, okay? And what happens? Nobody will ever know that actually the God Gundam is better than the Barbatos, okay? That's what happens. In the current you know, age of gaming. That's the problem with watching other YouTubers playing, you know. That's why I always telling you, like, if you do have favorite Gundams and if you think of some other idea, just try it yourself, you know. Like this game can be completed even without, you know, using any gacha units anyway. You know, you don't even need any UR units to win in this game. You know, your aim in Master League only to reach 150,000 score anyway. You know, you can do that even with a neutral unit. Yeah. So yeah, you can just have fun in this game. You know, don't need to min-max anything. So just explore, you know, be creative with your own choice, and that will make the game much more fun, you know. Oh, and also, yeah, the let me see. Yeah, the reason why the new type machine was better is because of this guy. Okay, when the new type machine came out, the one-shot killer only had Kira Yamete as their attacker. In the new type machine, they already have the Zeta and also the high new Gundam. So in terms of total damage, they already deal higher. And especially when you put Asuna on the Zeta Gundam, and then high new attack using Amuro attacker, or you can even use Amuro support on the high new. Eventually, you know the reason why Kira Yamete was overlapped by the new type machine, because of the pilot. You know, Kira Yamete back then doesn't have a support or pilot, to be able to make the strike freedom attack 3 times. But the high new came with the Zeta Gundam, DO for the beam debuff. You know, back then also the one-shot killer doesn't have a beam debuffer. Okay, then it comes with Lessine with the defense down. That's why I told you, like, even back then, the new type machine, all the Psychomus have a complete debuff. So the one-shot killer, they don't have the beam debuff. Oh, they have the beam debuffer. They have the freedom. Yes. So it's not as strong as DO in terms of damage. You know, you all know how much damage the freedom deal. DO deals much higher than that. And then the biggest problem was back then. I remember back then that my friend wanted to build a Psychomu team and a one-shot killer team. There was one Master League where he can only use the Red Astray SSR for the tank for a one-shot killer team. While in the Psychomu team, he already has the Psychomu tank. I forgot which one. He already has the SSR Psychomu tank back then. Yeah, I think it's the full armor double Z Gundam, I think. Yeah. Oh, no, the narrative also. Yeah, I think the narrative. Oh, no, this is not a new type machine. Yeah, I think it's the full armor double Z Gundam. Yeah. He can put all the URMLB units in one whole single new type machine team. While for the one-shot killer back then, there was not a single good one-shot killer. I forgot. There should be a Justice Gundam. Yeah, I forgot which Master League he tested that one back then. But he cannot bring his Justice Gundam into that Master League. So eventually, the new type machine was already stronger. Send this screenshot in your Discord. Okay, I'll check it out later. Maybe they think we will get units for the Hathaway pilots when part 2 comes. They are bad, but at least they will have a use. Probably, because the Hathaway is still going on, so maybe we will still get something free from the Hathaway story. So you're gonna become a way better supporter as time went on. In Time Machine, I don't think we're gonna get more upgrades for main stage. Yeah. Like the new type machine has been a gamble, you know. I don't know. We don't know who's gonna be added to the new type machine. Like we were guessing that the double X gonna be a new type machine, but apparently not, you know. So yeah, that's why I didn't really recommend people on following my path on investing in the new type machine. But for me right now, it actually how to say, what's the word? Like it pays very well for me. I knew it's absurd in its own way. Absolutely agree. Though it is fun to see those that got later pigeonholed into new type machine. The scene and UR Sasabi being added for it is good in its own right. Yeah, but Lessine and UR Sasabi is already here from the very beginning. So, is Lessine a new tech to play around in maybe, and UR Sasabi is Sasabi. I love God Gundam. God Gundam literally just speaks for itself and goes tank buster, but the Gundam franchise has a lot of bias. Yeah. They have a lot of bias. Just like the developer talk last time we watched together, you know, the MC guy actually said how much he loved the Seed series and how he grew up with the Seed series. And I shouted right there and then, like, you know, this is the reason why we have so many Seed bias, you know. The MC is actually a Seed lover. I have someone who has UR Lupus Rex and generally they like it, but in League it depends so much on crits that it just kind of needs luck. Yes, but if you have Mikazuki UR, Yeah, sometimes he does use his critical boost, sometimes he doesn't. So yeah, it depends on the AI. But when Barbatos first came out, Barbatos deal a little bit higher damage than God Gundam. Okay, God Gundam only wins against Barbatos if the God Gundam deal critical damage, because Domon only has 10% chance in dealing critical damage on the God Gundam. So 90% of the time, God Gundam will deal like 5% lower damage than Barbatos at full damage. But like once he deal that critical damage, yeah, nobody can top God Gundam's damage. Here's something, which means from those 10 players, one will say, I want to use the God Gundam because I love it, like the toothpaste, and approved by 9 to 10 dentists. Yes, exactly. That's why. Like, that's what happens in almost every single game, especially the gacha games, Like, you have seen a lot of videos, people saying, oh my god, this guy is actually very strong. And they just found out the trick and tips and tricks to use that character, And oh my god, we've been sleeping on this guy. This guy is actually broken. Those kind of videos are everywhere. Why? Because people only try after it's too late. See, this is the thing. That's why you need a theory crafter. Just try everything first. Okay, only then you can say whether which one is good or bad. And the only one who can do that are the players who has everything, which is mostly the pay-to-win players. So don't hate on the whale. The whale are actually helping you guys. They are the ones who knows every single thing by trying themselves. Unless they are a stupid pay-to-win players, of course. It depends on the players again. Means that when they release machines that I like back to back, not giving them time after gems to pull for the machines that I like, which makes it sometimes very inconsistent. Yes, your God Gundam just consistently does massive damage. This is what makes it way better, to be honest. Yes, the consistency of it, and also the thing that makes the God Gundam the best in PvP is because he has an extra reaction with Domon. You see, like the way to make the God Gundam, the strategy to actually make God Gundam being the best in PvP is because of this increased reaction by 50%. Just now I told you that if I move my unit first, if I move the Zeong strategy, you remember? Like if Zeong moves first and get and attack your enemy, and the enemy survive, and then they counterattack the Zeong, and the Zeong die, the Zeong gonna come back to life with 1 HP, and Zeong deal maximum damage when he is at the lowest HP. So when he is at 1 HP, now every single enemy is going to attack that Zeong, and if the Zeong is properly defended by the support defense, then every enemy will die by the Zeong counterattack. That is exactly the strategy that is being used by the God Gundam, but even better. Why? Because the God Gundam will go supercharged from the very beginning, MP by 6, and then there is MP up here. So if you go supercharged, that is the best thing that can happen in PvP, because being able to get 30% more damage from the very first turn will make you able to just one-shot everything and end the battle in the very first turn. So being able to go supercharged, and also after you go supercharged, the God Gundam will be able to use a 5 range weapon. And that 5 range weapon will make the God Gundam have no blind spot. Every single enemy unit who attack the God Gundam will get counterattacked by the God Gundam with the supercharged damage that will make sure that even though you are actually using a green weapon, where is the God Gundam? Where is the God Gundam? There it is. Okay, this green weapon have enough damage to one-shot a tank. imagine the damage of the EX weapon. You see, that's the strength of the God Gundam. So he really is the god. You know. And also, you know, because for Zeong, he is able to do that because he is a cheat that ability, you know. For God Gundam, the way for him to survive the enemy counterattack is by using this. This ability works against EX weapon as long as the enemy attacks from 4 spaces or more. So the God Gundam is as tanky as a tank while deal more damage than any units combined in this whole game. Okay, so yeah, that's the thing. Okay. Like even until now, nobody can top up the God Gundam. Like he is still the best. Mexico also help SR Freedom Gundam. Also one should learn this have super accurate as possible. But yeah, I can imagine why they got outcast later. Yeah, because there is no pilot there. Okay, the Super Hyperion doesn't have a pilot that makes the tank better. You know, because the game requires the combination of unit and pilot. So if the unit is very strong but the pilot is an SR pilot, then it's gonna suck. Okay, so you better off go a little bit weaker unit but has a UR pilot that can pilot that guy. Okay, it's gonna have a better result. Maybe my enemy uses Setsuna on an SSP penalty. Yeah, why? We do a look on the Gundam TR6 in there. Look what the title for wasting there. Almost infinite. No, later. I need to finish this first. Okay. We're gonna check that later. Okay. Or you can go to my Discord channel and show me the picture. Okay, in my Discord channel. You can see my 2 screenshots of enemy. I'm getting another supply to understand their thought process. I don't know. Should I go to my Discord right now? I want to read it before going to bed. Yeah, I'm looking at the screenshot, but I don't know if it is a very stupid player or a glitch bot. I don't know. Let me show everybody. Let me see. Discord channel. Let me see. This one. Yeah, somebody like is this you? Frost. Yeah. Somebody actually using Setsuna on Penelope, Kirayamete on Cubely, Shinazuko on a Wing Gundam, Atrun on F91, Setsuna durability on the Banshee. I mean, like, this is a UR unit, so obviously you have the proper pilot for all of these units. So I don't know, like, it's too stupid to be considered a bot. What the hell? Why? That you literally after that they just make yeah, sometimes all God Gundam only job is either to destroy tanks or you are slow or intermediate. You are God Gundam because big damage counter. Can't think your God fingers and waiting for tank was hit. Really is just shuffle right, so take the reverse for just go here. Thanking no you are. Yes, I tell you are 5v1 though. You can will be as a also when they have critical low issue is that way chatty. But city low as we are able with one so just one should be one narrative durability. So yeah, let's continue with the Master League. See who should I reset this guy? Okay. So yeah, let's just attempt. But like I've been showcasing the Phoenix team. Okay, this is the unicorn team. You can probably have the same result. Probably not as good as mine because this is an MLB new type machine team. You see, so but you can already see like the Phoenix buff gives me a lot of damage on all of my unicorn units. Like, look at this. 292,000 damage. From an SSP, 340,000 there. That's an SSP a unit. That's not a UR unit, okay? Easy peasy. So, yeah. Maybe I'm gonna let's try using Beltorchica, okay? Let's try using a zero limit break, a supporter. See if you can actually get the same result. Let's reset this guy. Okay, got a fan club. Okay, let me change this to a Psycho. Okay, so that this is possible for anybody to achieve, right? Except for the Sazabi MLB. So yeah, this is a more free-to-play version. Okay, if I can win with this, then you also can win with this. Probably not the Sazabi though. Okay. Still survive. Wow. Ooh, I one-shotted the double eraser. Nice. Did I survive? Ooh, I survived that. Nice. Go and die. Yeah, see, still doable. Yay. Probably not the Sazabi. You probably need to change the Sazabi to something else, you know. But yeah, just use your other strong UR unit over there to replace the Sazabi. Ta-da! Still doable. Probably gonna struggle a little bit, but it is the strength of the Phoenix. Hey, hey, hey. All of them survive the enemy damage. Nice. Okay, next, who should I reset this on? How I decide, just look at the combat power, okay? If we all have the yellow colored number in here, meaning that we get the maximum score from that enemy, then just reset the combat power of the lowest enemy. Okay, so let's do this. We gonna... Oh, this is... No NTD in here. Nice. Let's just try attempting with this one again. Let me change the Sazabi. I don't know, like... Can I win with a weaker unit from here? Let me see. Can I still win? With new Gundam, let's go. With Amuro here. Ta-da! Yeah, let's just try using this, you know. I don't know if I can win this, but let me try, you know. Just give us a little bit more handicap, you know, it's more fun that way. Otherwise, you've all been watching me like obliterating my enemies here, you know, just one-shotting everyone. Because I'm using an MLB new type machine supporter. Yeah. And because we are weaker now, I think I need to change my strategy, you know, like my positioning. Because they're all aiming for my Phoenix in here. You know, I want the Phoenix to be the bait then. And I missed the fuck. Ah, dang it. We missed. Oh no, we die.
めるのは早い状況
You know, that's the thing about the Phoenix. If you run away, the enemy chase after you, you're going to be in a very weird position over there. Look at that.
ここで一気ダウン
Although whether that weird position gonna be an advantage or disadvantage is very random. So that's the fun in using the Phoenix, you know. So if you don't like unpredictable, you don't like unpredictability, then you know, just stick with the normal unit. Don't use the Phoenix. And we lost. Dang it. It's because we missed on the Phoenix attack just now. Let me just put the unit positioning. Like just now, the high new move first, like it's in position 4. So I'm gonna need to bait that position 4. Let me put this on position 4. Put that in first, second, and then so this one. Maybe I'm just gonna use this Jonah attacker in here. Okay, and in here I'm gonna use the Amuro. Yeah, this one gonna use who else? A support pilot. Probably banana. Wait, I already used banana. Yeah, I already used banana on that one. Oh, I can use banana on this one. And Ride on this one. Yeah. I mean, Yona on this one. Yep. So let's rearrange. Put this on 2. Put this on. Okay, let's go. Gonna time again. See if we can win this.
Gundam FAITO Ready Go
The thing with strike video encounter. How many strike video have you encountered so far? I don't know. We've already encountered a lot of strike freedom just now, but I didn't count how many. Put the image of the TR6 on the Discord. Okay, thanks. I'm gonna take a look at it. Second G-Class SSP encounter. Narrative C-Pack so good. Yeah, narrative C-Pack is really good. Wait, why is he dead? He got counter attack just now? Oh no, my Phoenix got counter attack. Dang it. No. Yeah, that's the problem with using SSR. We missed a lot. We're gonna have survived just now. If we manage to hit the enemy, you know, he's gonna get his attack reduced, so we won't be able to get one-shotted just now. Dang it. If I use Amuro attacker in here, maybe I can get no, I don't have enough damage to kill them. Dang it. I thought I can kill that one, and then the last one should go from a double chance that pilot. But yeah, look at that. Even though we win on turn 2, but we turn from losing into winning. Go Phoenix! Running away, protecting himself, just sacrificing the new Gundam in the front, and then come back to finish it off and take the credit. See, this is what I like about the Phoenix, you know. You can have fun with him. Probably about time to get lost, but did join the Discord. How your data is still Rex house? It will, you know. So let's just go back to the usual one. You know, let's just put the new type machine, and let's change this to Zazabe, and then this one. I think the Amuro still works. This one with Jonah, this one, that. I think this still work. Yeah, but I want to. Let's rearrange this. Put this at the back. Okay, that's it. Let's go. Next逃げるんだよ
Ready, go! やらせてもらう。
Oh ho ho! Look at that. Yeah, the power of the supporter. You see, this I keep repeating this information over and over again every single Master League, you know. This is the difference of MLB supporter can do to you. See how much, like hitting a butter, you know, how much difference my damage just now using Beltorchica, zero limit break UR supporter, compared to an MLB limited supporter. Okay, the damage difference is a lot. You see, like they all becomes like paper. It's like hitting like hitting a butter there just now. They all become paper. They all get squeezy. They all die. So always try to upgrade your supporter first, okay? Because the supporter can be you will always gonna use the supporter with a different unit, you know. So you can always stick to one supporter and just use all the different units depending on the situation, compared to limit breaking a unit and you are stuck in using that unit. You know, you need to you always want to try to make use of that unit if you MLB the unit, okay? And it's not always a good situation, a good place and time to use that unit, you know. Sometimes you do want to change to other unit, but you cannot do that because you don't have a good supporter. So always upgrade the supporter first. Okay. Like just imagine it like this. If you upgrade the supporter, you are actually strengthening 5 units no matter who they are. So all 5 units get the benefit when you limit break only a single supporter. But if you limit breaking the unit, only that unit gets stronger. The rest are still weak. Okay, that's the thing. And that's why I don't want to MLB my Phoenix right now, okay? Just like the MLB Zazabi, if you are too fast, you're gonna move first, leave all of your allies behind, and you will be alone at the front, which makes you a sitting duck. You know, it's going to be very easy to kill you. Okay, so I rather move a little bit late. You know, being slower is actually an advantage. you let the enemy use up their support defense first. You let the enemy use up their support attack. You let the enemy, you know, get away from their support defender, so that you can actually kill them easier. And too bad we don't have enough damage to win on the first turn here. I think we could have done this if Sazabi is not dead. So I'm gonna put Sazabi at the back and put a tank in the front again, so he can reach the Zazabe. So we're gonna change our strategy, you know, put Yona Basta on here. Okay. So I'm gonna put the, yeah, I think Amuro is okay on this one. So I'm gonna put the Zazabe at the back, okay, because he moves first. The Phoenix in here being the bait. So when he moves, number one gonna be protecting him. Okay, I'm gonna put this tank on the tree so he cannot reach the Zazabe. Okay, so Phoenix gonna protect the Zazabe, making the Phoenix take the damage that is supposed to go to the Zazabe. But because this is an SSP unit, hopefully I can survive with very low HP. If I survive with a very low HP, the enemy gonna aim to attack me, and I will be protected by this unicorn, this Ride. Okay, so I will be able to counterattack my enemy using this. This guy's damage will be enough to at least one-shot the enemy attacker and support, and deal, let the enemy tank have low HP. Okay. So yeah, let's just confirm with this and let's attack. That's the strategy basically. So this is why I love streaming on the Master League. You know, we can always come up with a very creative strategy every single time. Depending on the enemy, basically just need to do this thing. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm not a support defense on counter. Yeah, the damage is not gonna come to my Phoenix, but I can do this. Look at that. Sazabi with very low HP. And Sazabi is actually really good. Like, I'm lucky to have MLB Sazabi because Sazabi has this. The lower your remaining HP is, the greater weapon power increases. So if I happen to have enemy that attacks me from 2 range away, I still deal very high damage. Look at that, Sazabi damage become very low. See? Oh, luckily the Wing Gundam doesn't use his map weapon, because he is able to one-shot our Sazabi, so he decided to use the single target weapon instead of the map weapon. If only he used the map weapon just now, our Phoenix and our Sazabi gonna die. Whenever answers why that VTuber got that side and not Epion, it was because Bandai told them to pick real grade and that side has no real grade. Oh, okay. So will I ever get to pick my own Gundam? You know, what is a good match for me? If they ever make me pick a Gundam that represent me. Oh, by the way, this is a 239,000 combat power enemy. And we still haven't reached the MLB supporter yet. Okay, so only an SSP Banshee. I think this is definitely a bot, because nobody in their right mind will ever SSP a support Banshee, SSR. Like, who? I don't believe anyone will ever SSP this thing. Unless you really love your Banshee, but if you do really love your Banshee, then maybe you're gonna bring a full team of Banshee units. He also has the 10% attack boost when HP is lower. Oh yeah, that one too. Yes. So that's why Zazabe really good as a bait.
頃合いだな。やらせるか。
何かやれることはある。
Look at how strong my Phoenix is. See, like this is an awakened pilot. You see, and this guy has this reduce enemy awakened by 30%. You see, so I can be really strong tank against this kind of enemy. Look at that, I'm an attacker and that's how much damage I receive. Ta-da! Easy peasy. Week 0 coming in class to me, this master. I don't have specialized or psycho support. And yeah, I just made sure to buff just my tanks. Yeah. Like buffing just the tank lets you move very very slow. The enemy all gonna attack you as long as you still have enough damage. You know, your aim is to just survive their attack, all of their attack, like all 5 enemies move to you, survive that, and it is time for you to counterattack. But because you survive that, and while surviving you also counterattack your enemy, then the enemy will already have, you know, half HP for all of their units. So now it's time for you to counterattack and attack all of them. And so yeah, that's the Master League. 190,000 score. Okay, it's quite okay. Right. So next time we're gonna get to fight even stronger enemy, and hopefully maybe I will have a chance to showcase you if I limit break the UR Phoenix. Okay, we will see if I ever need this. Okay, so I think that's it. Yeah, so slow. It's my tanks go first and pull the enemies to my units. Yeah, see. So moving last actually have a really huge advantage. I think the best Gundam for you is GNT Gundam One. The hell? Why? Why do you think that? Let me see. What is that? Gundam Xia. This thing. Why is freaking green? I don't like green. Why? What is special about this Gundam? What is special about this Gundam? Huh? I finished at 189 today. Is it so many rounded parts? Cat ears. Oh, that's the cat ears. Oh, okay. That's the only reason? The hell? There is the cat ear. Why? But it's green. Yeah, look at that. There is a cat ear. Or maybe I should save this. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna save this picture, and maybe I can make my cat to wear this helmet. We will see, if I have the time to make another costume for my cat, then maybe I will be in this costume. It looks cool. Let me see. Let me try. Okay. We build fighters. It's a cat team, and like you said, as an F2 we choose a healer, and that unit is a healer. Oh really? Yeah, maybe this. Wait, isn't this the Gundam that the girl used? The one that can heal herself, the one in the build fighter with the Domonkasu disciple. Yeah, I already forgot all of their names. Is this that one? But I don't remember that Gundam has a cat ear. Yes, it's that one. Oh, okay. So yeah, I kind of like her playstyle. Like her playstyle is actually very versatile. I think I mentioned in one of my live stream after I watched that movie that I like her playstyle. If I ever play as a team in a team battle, I will definitely play exactly like her. Like very versatile, covering every role kind of thing. Yeah, probably due to animation, a lot of explosion. Yeah, maybe I don't realize the cat ear, but yeah, okay, it's that one. Yeah, then the unit, the color doesn't really shoot me, but the play style, yeah, the Gundam, yeah, I think this shoots me a lot. Yeah, thanks. So yeah, I guess that's it for tonight's stream, guys. That's the first day of the Master League. Okay, so you've already seen a new type machine in action. Okay, so yeah, do like that with all of your own supporter, your own tags, your own favorite units, Gundams. So hopefully you can also get your own playstyle, your own strategy. So that's it for tonight's stream, guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you 2 days from now. So good night, bye bye.